and gentlemen, welcome over here to the Martini Endurance Series Season number 4 2017 on Ziggo Sport. This is the moment you have been waiting for. It is the last race of the season. Today we are here at Willow Springs for what has been the final race of the season now for the past 2 seasons as well. And if you've seen those races, you know why it's the last race of the season. It's going to be a fantastic race. This racetrack is not really big. It's, well, I would say it's size compared to Kyalami. It is fast. It has some fast turns, but most of all, the races are absolutely mental. It is one of the greatest tracks in NR 2003 in my opinion, and I really enjoy the races. So today I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction before we will get this race started, which will also be the last race of the Martini Endurance Series Season number 4 and the last race of the Martini Endurance Series ever, probably. As I will be doing some other things as well, I've made a decision that my Dascar career is slowly but surely coming to an end. Of course, I'm still going to do the Phillips Cup Series Season number 9, still going to do the last race of the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series, and I'm still going to do the Phillips Cup Series Season number 10. But that season will also be cut a lot shorter than normally. And that's, after that I will say, well, that's it for me. Dascar will be, I don't know what I'm going to do with Dascar, but the thing is, I have plans on doing other things as well. And if you've seen the video I uploaded right before this, I'm not sure when I uploaded, but I have started a brand new YouTube channel. And that brand new YouTube channel is called Spotty Rap. And on that channel I will do pretty much everything I want to do except for the Dascar stuff. The Dascar stuff will remain on this channel, and pretty much everything else will be on that channel. So starting off with racing game, Need for Speed Most Wanted, I will be doing some other internet games as well, like GeoGuessr, like Would You Rather. In every video I've recorded I said those two, but there are plenty more which I also will be playing, so I'm not sure what I will be playing. It will be a lot of fun, I hope so. There will be playing spotting videos as well on that channel, but it will be on the subsection, but it will be uploaded there as well. Vlogs as well, maybe some baking stuff, I don't know, but main thing will be gameplay videos. So if you are interested, please support my other channel. That was a hiccup. Sorry, please support my other YouTube channel, Spotty Up. Subscribe the channel, and well, hopefully I will keep you guys entertained, even though it's not via Dascar. So of course, Dascar will still remain for the next year or something, but after that I'm done. So back to this race for a moment. We are here again at Willow Springs. We had a great race at Kyalami. It was really a great race. I really enjoyed it, and even though the Isle of Man races were a little bit disappointed, and the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series race have not been as successful as I would have hoped. But the Kyalami race brought that motivation to do these races back again. And I keep that motivation for this race, even though I didn't have enough time to do those races the past few days. So at least this race is going to be good, and hopefully just as good as the Kyalami race. And that means that of course we have a championship battle up ahead, and that championship battle is going to be really, really exciting. I will take you through everybody who still will be able to win a championship in just a few moments. Yeah, we'll do it now. Well, anyway, wildcard car is not picked, so the 70 car is being driven by Inge Lambiana. Yes, that is the second time this season she has run this car. Yes, that is allowed because I said that everybody was able to sign up a driver for the series. So if you still want to have a driver in the Valvoline Dirt Ring Series race, you can. But well, I'm not sure when I will be doing the race, so maybe not be possible anymore. Anyway, so but well, for this season the wildcard car hasn't really been working out too well. Only one time it was picked. Only one time in 5 races. That's pretty disappointing, but oh well. So that's it for there are a couple of drivers who received warnings from the Kyalami race, and there's actually quite some on the list. And those drivers will have to be a little bit more careful. And those drivers are number 1 Julius Anderson, the number 80 William Brock, the number 17 Sebastian Torres, And the incidents, I'm not sure if you know it. If you really want to know, you can ask me. But I'm not going to say with every driver what the incident was, because there are quite some. So the 25 of Aiden Shepard actually has 2 warnings. So if he causes one more crash this race, which causes somebody to retire, then he's out. So that's gonna be something. What about it will, by the way, will do with this championship, I am not sure. Or with this race with penalties, I'm not sure. Probably I will do it after the race again, but sometimes it may be necessary to take a look at it earlier if it's somebody in a championship battle who is involved. So Sonny Course in the 51 car also has a warning, just like 62 Joseph Nesto, the 09 of Aiden Thomas. The 43 has 2 warnings, that is Philip Goldberg, so yes, he has the same story as Aiden Shepard. If he causes one crash, then it's going to be a penalty for him. And the penalties will be a little bit more severe than in the Phillips Cup Series, because it's a longer race. So the 60 car of Henrietta Fitzwater also has a warning, just like the 13 car of Tommy Tang and the 12 car of Mohammed Al Mohammed. The 70 car, doesn't really matter, because that was a wildcard driver. And the 71 car of Cody Smart. Those drivers will have to be a little bit more careful, or a lot more careful this race, because if they cause a crash, and they will get either another warning, and which could eventually lead to a penalty. So the 8 drivers that can still win this championship with points leader, starting with points leader, the 48 of Zachary Robinson. He has 160 points, so he is in pretty good shape. He has a points lead of 21 points over second in points, but he's starting all the way in the back. So it's going to be still a difficult task for Zachary Robinson. But staying on track for key what did I just say? Staying on track is key for him. Aiden Shepard, second in points, 139 points, 21 points behind points leader, and also in the championship hunt, actually tied with the other Robinson, and that is Jacques Robinson. Both 139 points, and both still able to win this championship. 21 points behind points leader, and you can see Jacques Robinson is in much better track position starting this race, as he's in 5th. 4th in points, then we got 54 Jay Jefferson, winner of a race earlier this season. And I think the best, of all drivers, he's best in points of the drivers that have won a race. So Jay Jefferson, Le Mans race winner, starting in 3rd, still 24 points behind points leader, but there is a possibility that he will win this championship, definitely. Then we got 15 points, 31 car of Joshua Ciccoli, also starting very far in the back. He has 131 points, which is 29 points behind points leader, so starting to get a little bit more of a long shot the further we go down the list. But there's mathematically still a possibility for Joshua Ciccoli to win this championship. Then we got 6 in points. Actually, a little bit surprising maybe. James Saunders in the 40 still has a shot at the championship. 32 points behind the points leader, starting pretty good actually, not too bad. And he is tied with 70 points, and that is the 67 of Debbie Myers. She's starting more towards the back of the field. So both 32 points behind the points leader with 128 points. Mathematically still a chance to win the championship. And we got 8th in points, and the last driver who still can win this championship, and that's going to be a real long shot, John Arndt in the number 20 car. He is 42 points behind Zachary Robinson. And once again, the difference between first and last, if a driver finishes first in a race and who finished last, is 45 points. So 42 points means that probably if only 4 drivers retire and it's not him, he cannot win the championship, or it doesn't matter. If 4 drivers retire and it's not Zachary Robinson, then he still cannot win this championship anymore. And we'll keep track of that as well. So John Arndt, the last driver to be able to win this championship, and that means that we are going to get this race started. It's a 3-hour race, so once again a long race, and I still enjoy these races a whole lot. I seriously do. So it's just a matter of that it takes so long to do these races. and of course then to edit and upload and all that kind of stuff, because it will probably take me like a few hours before this race is ready. But I'm going to enjoy the last race we ever do in the Martini Endurance Series, probably, and I'm going to do it with the most joy I have and the most motivation I have. The 22 car of Aiden Thomas, he is your points leader, or he is your pole sitter, and he's starting right next to the 43 car of Philip Goldberg, as we are going to go green flag racing right now here at Willow Springs International Raceway. Look at the move from the 43, Philip Goldberg trying to make something happen as he's going to go down low on the 22 car, and he will take over the lead. Look at that. Great move from the 43 car, great start by him, and so far I'm not sure if everybody's doing good, yes, but points leader is still in the back of the field. 94 car of Jacques Romson went a little bit wide there, possibly. I still think everybody is fine. Yeah. So, well, I'm just done with that camera angle. God. So, great lead for the 43 car with Aiden Thomas in second and the 54 car of Jay Jefferson in third, Joseph Ernesto in fourth and Stan Winkle in fifth. And yes, I haven't had word of Zach Winkle that if he's alright or not. So, just put Stan Winkle again in the car. So, points will still go to Stan Winkle. I may have forgotten that in the previous race, but I will adjust it so it doesn't really matter too much anyway. So, move coming over here, Joseph Ernesto in the 62 car is going to go to the inside of the 22 of Aiden Thomas, and that will be a pass for second. So far so good, and that's a big surprise. It's the first time this season that we had no single crash in the first. I think I celebrated too early. Sorry about that. We got the 59 car, we're going to do instant replays anyways. So we did have two cars going off, and that was already... No, it wasn't with the start. Okay, so I recover. We did have a very clean first lap without any incidents, but right at the moment, well, pretty much even before turn 1 on lap number 2, it was Zachary Fitzwater who crashed together with Cody Smart, and that's probably going to take both of them out of the race, unfortunately. And that's a big disappointment for both Zachary Fitzwater and Cody Smart, who will see their races end very early. Oh, that's a hard hit. Yeah, definitely that's a race ender, unfortunately, for both of them. So, well, I would say their Martini Endurance Series career is over. That's a big shame. It sounds so dramatic when I say that, but I don't know whose fault this would be. I would say it would be Cody Smart's fault, but maybe it's even Henrietta Fitzwater's fault. So that's such a shame. Well, I'm going to write down the incidents, and after the race, of course, we'll look at it. So, yeah, it's such a shame. It was just a matter of not enough room given by both the standing 1 car and the 60 car. Well, one thing is for sure, the 59 could do nothing about this. So, back up front again, we are lap number 3, and your 43, Philip Goldberg, is still your leader in front of Joseph Ernesto, and now Stan Winkle has made his way to third. This rookie has been very impressive. Zach Winkle has not performed very well in the first 3 races this season. Then Stan Winkle got a 6th place finish at Kyalami, which is the first top 10 in their season for number 2. And now again, final race, he's still running in 3rd. And of course, it's still early in the race, so everything is still possible. But that's pretty impressive by him. And he's going to go for 2nd over here. Going to go to the inside of Joseph Ernesto, and pretty much what Joseph Ernesto did on Aiden Thomas, he's going to do the same deal. Oh, actually he made a little bit of contact there with the 62. And he's not clear yet. Now this is a treacherous turn, because we've seen many drivers go off in this turn, and that usually has devastating consequences, because the car will flip over and crash out upside down and all that kind of craziness. So, few championship contenders over here, Jacques Romson and Jay Jefferson together. That is for 4th position. So, well, both of them doing pretty well. Then we got the number 22 car over here in 6th position, Aiden Thomas. So from the pole he has fallen back to 6th on just 3 laps, so not the best of starts. We got William Brock in 7th, 8th we got Sebastian Torres, 9th is Henrietta Fitzwater, and in 10th we got the number 18 car of Hilary Sanchez, who's flipped over I think in every single race we had this season. No joke, seriously, no joke. Le Mans flipped over, Nordschleife flipped over in the treasurer's turn. Isle of Man I think also flipped over, and Kyalami flipped over. So that's crazy, man. She has had a terrible season. Battling hard with Sebastian Torres now. And then we got Jane Pinter, which is in, well, these cars are in 11th. So I'm going to skim through the field. Let's see if we can find some championship contenders. There's the 22 car of John Arndt. He's actually doing pretty fine. There's the 09 car of, he's not a championship contender. 67 of Debbie Myers. She is a championship contender, and she is just outside or inside the top 20. So only 2 drivers are on pit lane, still 40 drivers in the race. Good news. Who else do we have? There we got the 31 car of Joshua Ciccoli. Oh, somebody is spun around. 2 drivers have gone off, and those are the 01 car of Tommy Turbo and the 3 car of Chris Dodd. That's 2 teammates. And at that same moment, the 06 car of Diego Martinez has stopped on track. That's probably going to be, well, not sure if it's going to be retirement, but what happened? Look at speed, just drops down. I don't know. Oh, that's very weird. So, well, one thing is sure, he is on pit lane, so unfortunately Diego Martinez will fall back quite a lot. I'm not sure if he will be able to come back on track again. I hope it for him. Now let's take also a quick look at what happened between these 2 teammates. 2 teammates. That's a shame. They were running actually in, well, somewhere near the back of the top 30. And I think Tommy, oh, come on, go, thank you. I'm not sure what happened. I think, well, the 3 car either got loose or got a tap from Tommy Turbo. So 2 teammates going off. That's terrible. Your Martini Endurance Series season number 3 champ. Well, this season is not going to be his championship because he's 33 in points. So there will probably not be a penalty. So I will also not write it down. And once again, only penalties will be handed out to drivers who either cost another driver the race, as in, well, made him fall back from a very good position, or 2, a driver which is has fallen back for a few laps and is pretty much chanceless for a good finish, or a driver that retires from a race. And it's just simple spins. So I'm not going to give. There will be no penalties for that. So, well, who's the championship point? Who's the points leader? You think? I think this guy, because the 48 car. As officially now Zachary Fitzwater and Cody Smart have retired, so unfortunately they are out, done for the day. 48 car of Zachary Robinson is 33rd in the race, and with the gap being 21 points, well, we got over here 94 car of Jacques Robinson, who is currently in 3rd. So at this moment, actually Jacques Robinson is your points leader. So of course that's going to change throughout this race, don't worry about it, it's not nearly over. So once again, how is this race going to look? I will do a 1.5 hour stint, probably. I'm not sure if I will be able to meet, well, probably 1.5 hours. So in about 1 hour and 15 minutes from now I will take a short break. In which I will be watching the Formula 1 qualifying, as we got more drivers on pit lane, and more drivers is only 1 driver, and that's not Mitch Brett, that is the number 12 car of Mohammed Al Mohammed, and oh my goodness, he has gone off hard, very, very hard. What happened to him? Oh no, we got the old, oh my goodness, we got the old pit lane accident, which I think Debbie Myers had last season, or some, of course, I'm not sure who had it. Denise Steiner, one of the 3, I think. But this is going to be a huge crash for Mohammed Al Mohammed. He will get a tap from the 21 car of Daniel Bouchard. And look at the car now go. Absolutely incredible. What? What in the world happened to him? What the hell? I mean, Fraps cannot even keep up with this. What the fuck happened to him? Have you ever? Yes, I have ever. Monza Phillips Cup Series season number 8, Joshua Michaels. Almost exactly the same thing happened to him. But what the hell? It doesn't happen very often that something like this happens, but Jesus Christ. I know I shouldn't laugh at this, but what the hell? And I was even going to say, like, well, I'm going to watch Formula 1 qualifying at Monza, where indeed Joshua Michaels crashed last year in the Phillips Cup Series. No, I wasn't going to say that, but coincidence. What the? And you know, this is even slowed down like a quarter. How many times did he flip over, you think? How many? Well, I would say differently. How many times do you think he would barrel roll? He wasn't even done barrel rolling when he just came on pit. When he stopped, he barrel rolled through the whole pit lane. Go. What? This is. What the hell? Okay, so we're going to do an onboard over with Mohammed Al Mohammed, and if you have some sort of, I don't know, if you are not able to handle like those circling things, and don't look now. Jesus Christ, crash of the century. That's a nice beat over there. Okay. So done. So done. Oh, what else we got? Well, Mohammed Al Mohammed's surprise. Mohammed Al Mohammed's retired. What a surprise. My goodness. That's crazy. Well, okay. So, we got still Philip Goldberg as your as your leader, with Joseph Nesto in second and Jacques Romson in third. But now it's another championship championship contender, Jay Jefferson, who's in fourth. Fifth still Stan Winkle, yes, as Winkle. Then we got the William Brooks sixth, seventh Inge Lombliana, this is a big surprise. Eighth Denise Steinauer, ninth Hilary Sanchez, and 10th we got the 60 of Henrietta Fitzwater. So Daniel Bouchard will get a warning, and it was his first warning, so nothing to worry about. For Henrietta Fitzwater, if she would get a penalty for the 59 car crash together with the 71 car, which I'm not sure. The decision will be made later. There will be your second warning. So, golly, I'm still blowing away. I mean, I thought it was a crazy crash, but when I looked at the car, there was so much damage on that car. But nothing ever beats that. Nothing will ever beat that. Okay, so we of course should keep an eye out on how many cars are out to race, because currently we have 3 cars that have retired. Diego Martinez is 2 laps down, but he's still in the race. So if you finish 39th for Let's see. If you finished 39th, you will get 5 points. And that means that Zachary Robinson will end up, if he would crash out now, he would end up with 165 points. Now, if John Arndt wins the race, he would also end up with 165 points. Then the championship would still go to John Arndt. Of course, that meaning that everybody else also has to crash out early. But then, of course, John Arndt will win the championship because he has a victory, and 48 Zachary Robinson has not. But if there's one more driver that retires from the race, and it is not Zachary Robinson, then John Arndt's championship hopes are over. So that's how things are calculated. Okay. Oh no, Joseph Ernesto! No, go, keep on going. that was a big scare for him as well. Good grief. I mean, he got lucky that he could continue, because this is a spot where many drivers crash out every single year. Man, why do I keep misclicking? He got lucky in this deal, I can tell you. Got a little bit too wide, which many drivers do already get. And he hits the wall, goes wall riding, but he continues his way. Now he has fallen back to what will probably be, that was a close call. Where am I going? Thank you. Well, he's fallen back to 6th position now, but he's still in the race, and that means that still John Arndt mathematically can win the championship. But John Arndt will probably know that this is going to be a difficult story, and still, however, the 62 car comes on pit lane. So, where is the 48 car of Zachary Robinson in 31st? And I think indeed at this moment still the 94 car is your points leader. So, and the 94 car is tied with Aiden Shepard, but he's only 3 points ahead of Jay Jefferson. So if he falls back, and Jay Jefferson has made it to 2nd place now. So if 94 car falls back 3 more positions, then they will be tied. And as the 54 car has a win already at Le Mans, then the 54 car will be the points leader. So, interesting, and that's probably going to change quite some times throughout this race. So, trust me, Joseph Ness is going again, which is good news. I'm still recording, and we are 1/10 of the race in the books. Hooray! How many minutes? 18 minutes. So yes, that means that we still have to go 2 hours and 40 minutes. So, Formula 1 Monza. I love that racetrack. Very much looking forward to it. The qualifying will probably be in the rain, but, well, or at least it will be wet, on a wet track. But after the qualifying, I'll continue again. I will finish this race. I have some other videos which I want to do. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the Dascar Valvoline Dirting Series race, to be honest. I had planned to do it also either Friday or I have it uploaded on Friday or Saturday. It didn't work out, so I'm not sure. And in all fairness, I'm not even sure if I will do it anyways, because I don't like cutting season short, but I'm not sure if I will really rush it. I will maybe just say, well, somewhere throughout next week I will do that, because the previous race only has 8 views, and I just proves to me that as I already knew, nobody is really interested in it, except for Seth Cole. He said that he really liked the Bristol dirt track, and I like it as well. So it was a good race actually. So it's a shame that nobody is really interested in that. But yeah, it's just the way it is, man. You gotta deal with it. So it's mostly single file. Here are some battles with Henrietta Fitzwater and William Brock. Both also have to be a little bit more careful, of course. It's on the course, same story. And there we got Benoit Theravine. Remember at Kyalami, Benoit Theravine was leading, doing a great job, and then eventually crash happens. And the 36 car was involved actually. I blamed the 36 car, but I've crusted through. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't really matter too much. So pretty much the only thing that matters is everybody in the top 8, because one of them will win the championship, and the other ones, well, of course, for the race victory it might be important. So that was a close call. So yeah, well, how this racetrack looks, you want to get an onboard lap. Okay, we'll get an onboard lap, and we'll go do with Staanwinkel, because then we can also have a little bit of, well, battling going on, with their better battles. This one? Yeah. Let's go onboard with some course. Not because it's my girlfriend, but because she's in a fierce battle with some other drivers, and she went away a little bit wide over there, so let's go roof cam. So the first turnover is just, it's a very flowing racetrack, and it really exists. I'm not sure where, but I do know that last year or something it got totally destroyed by, I don't know what, a tornado or something, I think it was. But I'm not sure, but it's really flowing racetrack. I like it. There are some lefts and then the right, and then here we got another left again. It's a fast left. Then we got another fast right, and then they have to slow down for the hairpin, where you can already see some skid marks because of the crash earlier in the race. Then we got another right, which is fast, and we got another fast left. Now we got a drop, which is also pretty cool. Going over the mountain, and then everybody disappears, and there you go, whoop, downhill. Now these last two turns are really, really, really fast, and we've seen incidents happen before as well. It's just full throttle through this one, and you can hear actually the 51 car getting a little bit loose. This one was also pretty fast. I think Debbie Myers went completely off track over there, but I'm not sure. Oh, more people pull on pit lane, so that was it. Willow Springs it is. Great looking, it's a great racetrack, I really like it, so great track to feel the final Martini Endurance Series race we ever do, so. Now we skimmed through the field, we got more people coming on pit lane, and yes, there are some championship contenders in there as well. Debbie Myers on pit lane is one of them, so it's just a matter of waiting for the rest of the top contenders to come on pit lane. A big lead, my goodness, that 43 of Philip Goldberg really has built up a great lead of 5.5 seconds almost over Jay Jefferson and Jacques Robinson, two championship contenders. And yeah, Inge Lambliana, she has been working her way to the front, and Denise Steiner as well. I'm not sure how she's doing it. Usually, for some reason, she's... Where is she in points? 23rd. Well, she had a pretty disappointing season, I gotta say. Well, normally she's doing a lot better on these road courses, but these fast-flowing tracks do fit her pretty well. So Inge Lambliana is also gonna come on pit lane together with the 54 car. So first championship contender on pit lane, and that is indeed Jay Jefferson, your Le Mans race winner, in pretty much dominating fashion. Very impressive job by the rookie. But there he comes on pit lane. And well, pretty much there we see some more drivers. Well, a lot of drivers come on pit lane. Also pole sitter Aiden Thomas, and I'm surprised actually that these guys are coming in pit lane so spread out. We also see Joshua Ciccone and Aiden Shepard on pit lane, and Aiden Shepard still, remember, is second in points, but just like the 48 car, he was pretty far back at the start. So is this a planned pit stop? I thought it was, but yeah, it is. Okay, just had to repair a little bit of damage maybe. 43 car Philip Goldberg, when is he going to make his pit stop? That's the question. And it could come at any moment. Actually, he's coming right now. So your leader comes on pit lane. And now, of course, the question is, do some people get a good, well, with fresh tires, can some people close the gap to the 43 car? Also 94 on pit lane. We see Henry Williams and the final top contenders. Final drivers come on pit lane. Ooh, close call. Side by side coming on pit lane. Summit Ostkan and Aiden Annie Thomas. And there is was your points leader. At least at this moment he would be points leader, but After pit stops, probably not anymore. Some people have run into each other, and we see also the 20 of John Arndt coming on pit lane. And there the first drivers go off again, and well, Philip Goldberg has a huge lead. Here comes 94 car, and where's Jay Jefferson? There is Jay Jefferson. Can Jay Jefferson get by the 94 car, or no? I don't think so. I think there was a very good pit stop from the 94 of Jacques Robinson, and Jacques Robinson has taken over second place. Pitting later is an advantage, seems like, over here. Double advantage because he also has the freshest tires. Son, of course, working away by Henrietta Fitzwater. That's a difficult turn. There, Debbie Myers in the 67 car. Ooh, a little bit wide. 4 car. And there's John Arndt in the number 20 car and the 31 car of Joshua Ciccoli, so they are close together. Here's the 48 car in no man's land. Oh, that's very far back. Oh, that's surprising. So when we'll see when everybody crosses the line where they at, but I think actually Zachary Robinson has lost quite a lot of ground. Quite a lot of positions. Oh, so we'll see. Well, this is the great battle. So indeed, the 94 car, he has the fresh tires, but his tires are also a little bit cold. And that means that Jay Jefferson was able to close the gap again. Now, Philip Goldberg still has increased the gap to 6.5 seconds. So he's solidly in the lead. Why? That's a real solid lead indeed. Here comes Jay Jefferson. Will he be able to go by the 94 car? He knows that this might as well be the battle for the championship anyways, if the 48 car keeps driving around so far in the back. Let's see if we can see where he is currently in. He scored in 34th position, so yeah, he has lost 3 positions. So this is now still your battle for the points lead. The 70 car of Ingelambiana also goes by the 94 car, which puts 1 car between the 54 and the 49. And that's good news for Jacques Roms, no, for Jay Jefferson, because that means now the 94 car is 2 points down on him. If he gets passed by 1 more car, then the 54 car will be your points leader. And that of course would then be the 18 car of Hilary Sanchez. Stanwick went also a little bit wide, but that doesn't mean that Ingelambiana would be allowed to pass the 54 car, but she's going to do it anyways. Well, not yet, she chose the wrong side. Now she has to look out for the 94 car, so battle for second heating up while the leader is just driving off. Here comes Ingelambiana once again. A very experienced race car driver retired. Oh, the 54 car went off the track. And that means that Jay Jefferson is going to lose 2 positions and away is the points lead, which wasn't even in his hands, but now he's behind Jacques Robinson, and if he finishes behind Jacques Robinson, doesn't even matter how far, well, no, it doesn't even matter how good he finishes, he's just not going to get the points lead. So a little bit of a mistake over there from Jay Jefferson, which will put veteran Ingelambiana in second, and we know that she's good race car driver. We know that she's fast. I think she raced at the Nürburgring where she finishes in 38th. So yeah, that's not too good. Oh, there goes the 54 car of Jay Jefferson again by the 94 car. So they keep on going back and forth, but Ingelambiana retired from full-time racing after Phillips Cup Series season number 8 and after being in the Phillips Cup Series for 8 consecutive seasons. 3 championships won by her, which is still most all-time and the most that anybody will ever win probably as well. So very impressive job by her. So still 3 cars out of the race, means still the 20 of John Arndt is in points in championship contention, but he is running in 37th position. Well, you're not going to win a race in 37th, so he needs to go to the front if he even wants to have a chance. Then it doesn't even matter if he finishes that far, but if he doesn't win the race, it doesn't even matter where the 48 car finishes. He's not going to win the championship anyways. And well, with the 54 car and 94 car in 3rd and 4th, It's going to be a difficult story for John Arndt, but hey, he still made it at least. And he's probably going to get a top 10 in points, which is good news for him. So, well, at least, probably, not, yeah. Gaps are pretty big actually up front. I mean, like, oh, they keep on battling hard. I mean, these guys know that this could possibly be a championship battle. Jay Jefferson and Jacques Robinson. But what I want to say, between 1st and 14th the gap is 59 points, but between 14th and let's say 14th and 29th the gap is only 26 points. So that's 59 versus 26. So in midfield everything is very tightly congested. Last in points, by the way, is Sebastian Torres with just 38 points, so it's not really very impressive. And that's actually surprising because he had some good races. He has been up front a couple of times, but he just couldn't bring home the results. So, real big shame for him. There's Diego. Oh, we got Sanne Koers coming on pit lane, and this might be done for the day for her and done for the season as well. Not sure what happened, we'll see. And Sanne Koers, if she indeed retired from this race, oh my goodness, which we probably will, it will be race over. And if also championship battle over for John Arndt. So there we go. Contact between the 51 and the 09 car, which will probably be, well, ridden off to 09. And Sanne Koers hits the wall hard and flips over, which is the second flip of the race, and probably will be flip number 29 of the season. 29 of the season. 29 flips in 6 races. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, big shame for Sanne Koers in the 51 car and the 09 car of Aiden Thomas also, after winning the Isle of Man race number 2. We finally turned up his luck around, but well, didn't really pay off unfortunately for him now. Wow, that was a big hit actually for the 51, so game over. Not officially yet still though. There's the 09 car also on pit lane, and both of them will probably retire, which will probably mean that John Arndt's championship battle is also over, because if, well, 09 car continues again, that's surprising, but even if the 48 car would retire now and John Arndt would win the race, the gap is just still too big. Oh, this is tricky. We've seen crashes like this happen as well, with the leader coming back on track again and second in place just running him over and both crashing out. That happened last year. I'm not sure who it was. I think Zachary Fitzwater was one of them, but I'm not sure who else was. So Fitzwater's luck has been pretty terrible at this racetrack. Ouch. So we see some more skid marks. I'm not sure who else would have even been around, but well. Once again, we'll focus on. We'll try to catch everything, but the main goal is just to, well, most important thing is the championship battle. And if somebody crashes out the race, then of course we'll show also, but we're probably not gonna show every single spin or anything, unless we see it live. Okay. Battle is on for 4th position between Jay Jefferson and Hilary Sanchez. So Jay Jefferson falling backwards more and more, and that means that at this moment he has to pass 2 drivers to be in front of the 94 car, and he has to pass 4 drivers to be in point battle. Look at him go! My goodness, he had a fantastic run coming out of the final turn, and he just grabs 2 positions on the front stretch, and here comes the 94 car back again. The battle is on between Jacques Robinson and Jay Jefferson once again. Oh, now Jacques Robinson runs off track just like Jay Jefferson did before. And still side by side with the 54 car though. And the person that had the most advantage of this kerfuffle is the 18 car of Hilary Sanchez, because she has gone to 3rd position. But for how long? Because here comes Jay Jefferson again. A lot is on the line. Both drivers very motivated to win the championship. We definitely can see it. And of course, for for the Robinson family, there are 2 championship contenders, which is pretty impressive. So basically, the chance that one of them wins the championship is 25%. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, this 54 car is very dangerous, and he's very fast as well. So no mistakes allowed from either of the Robinsons. And currently, Zachary Robinson is scored in 29th position. So that's still pretty good. So officially, Sonny Course has retired. And that means that John Arndt is officially not a championship contender anymore. So I'll put a cross behind his name as well. That's a shame. But of course, well, pretty much expected, to be honest. With such a big points gap, it was a long shot anyways. Well, John Arndt fought hard, fought well, had a couple of great runs, especially at Le Mans and at Kyalami, but overall, as also the Isle of Man, he has 2 top 5 finishes. And actually both of them came in the previous 2 races, so just a difficult start to the season. He had a great race going on as well at Le Mans, of course, but he crashed out late in the race. Together with the 40 car, flipped over and was race over for him. So, and I think that really cost him, otherwise he would have had a serious shot at his championship. But you can really see the top championship contenders are drivers that have performed consistently all season long. Zachary Robinson has not finished outside of the top 5 this whole season long. Jacques Robinson has also, well, worst finish I think would be 22nd position for him. And he also has 3 top 10s. Jay Jefferson has a victory at Le Mans. And after, well, I think the Nordschleife didn't really go too well for him. Still can't find him on the list for a moment. Ah, he finishes 6th, never mind, okay. Isle of Man didn't really go well for him, that's what really costed him, but you can see all those drivers, Aiden Shepard pretty much as well, also all of them have had many good runs. And did I just miss the 94 car going off track? Wait a minute. 94 car has... Oh no! The 94 car has gone off track. I'm not sure if you've seen it, you probably have, but... Oh no, Stan Winkle just hit the 94 car off track. And that's going to be quite some damage to the 94 car possibly. He's not coming on pit lane, but he has lost the points lead. The points lead is now for the first time this race in hands of Jay Jefferson, who's currently running in 4th position. But the 94 car is an 8th. That means that the gap between the two will be 4 points. And that means that at this moment, Jay Jefferson has the points lead of 1 point over Jacques Robinson. Wow. Completely missed that as well. But that was just because I was looking at my piece of paper and the point standings. Yeah, I'm still very old school in the way I do. I mean, I print everything. I write the point standings and the results of a race. I write, no, point standings not, but I will use Excel for that. But I write down the... Oh god. I write down the race results on a piece of paper. And also the penalties, I write it down on a piece of paper. I fill it in Excel. I eventually, after the race or after everything is calculated, I print out the point standings on a piece of paper. I print out the entry list and schedule on a piece of paper. So I am sitting here with 4 papers, four pieces of paper. Well, could be worse. Phillips Cup Series, I think I have 6 or 7 pieces of paper. So yeah, it's ridiculous, I know. But, well, it's just that's the easiest way for me to go on, because otherwise, yeah, of course, I could use my laptop as well. But I like writing down more because you have a lot more literally in your hands. As well, because you can write down things very easily. So, and I like to just go, when I edit the video and I look at the race results at the end of the race, I have to, while editing, I write it down. And I can just write it down, do full screen, write it down, not have to go back and forth every time between the movie maker file and the how do you call it, point standings file, the Excel file. So that's the easiest way for me. So of course we're waiting for, I don't know, 94 car has gone down another position. Now he's in 9th and the gap is 2 points. Where is the 48 car? Where is the 48 car? 26th position. Oh, hang on, 26th position. Now, of course, 26th position, that means that if Zachary Ronston wants to tie with Jay Jefferson has to be 5th, or wants to be in the point lead, he has to be in 5th. Or better, now he is in 4th. Now he's not anymore, he's now in 5th place. So at this moment, I think Jay Jefferson and Zachary Robinson are tied in points. And that would mean that still Jay Jefferson would win this championship, because he has a victory and the 48 car has not. But if the 48 car passes one more driver, then the championship will be going to Zachary Robinson. So it keeps going back and forth every single time. Oh, damage to Aiden Shepard. Aiden Shepard has gone off somewhere. And we're going to take a look at the replay because that's second points. I'm not sure where he went off. Oh no, Aiden. Oh, Aiden Shepard has gone off in the treacherous turn, which has already claimed 2 victims, but both were able to continue. Pretty much the same thing as what happened to Joseph Nesto, but he flips over completely. We got another flip, which is flip number 30 of the season. Aiden Shepard throws away a championship over here. I'm pretty sure of that, because there's no way that he could recover from this. Let's take another look at this. The worst thing is that he did it all by himself. He just ran too wide. Offline. Bang. Tumbles over. And that's such a shame. And yes, he is still running, but he's in 35th position. 1 lap down. Ah man, such a shame. I'm looking for the 48 car. Ah, he's in 22nd position now. Jeez. The 48 car is now back here, is now your points leader again. Because that means that if, what was it, 20 seconds to be able to tie, well, to be able to win the champ, if then the 54 car was in 2nd place, we still lose the championship by 1 point. So, good grief. Well, that's exciting. But of course, we're not done yet, and the 54 car is working his way back to the front again. Trying to, at least, but yeah, he has to win the race. If the 48 car really manages to finish that well, he has to win the race. And yeah, this is going to be a difficult task for Jay Jefferson still to win his championship. I think Zach Robinson has the best papers in hands. And it's going to be difficult for everybody else to win the championship, because the only thing they can hope for is that the 48 car retires. If he finishes, he's going to win the championship no matter what, because there's no way that there are going to be more than, let's say, 30 cars finishing this race. There's no way. It's not possible. No. So battle for 5th place continues again. Phil Goldberg, your leader, and still in 2nd place now. Actually in 2nd place now we have the 18 car of Hilary Sanchez. Finally turning her luck around, knocking on wood, because otherwise she will flip over in right this moment. 3rd place, Ingelom Liana. Great job by her in front of Denise Steinhauer. So also doing a great job. And 5th, yeah, Jay Jefferson. 6th now Henry Williams. 7th Stan Winkle. 8th Benoit Theravine. 9th is Skylar Fleming, who's also had a pretty up and down season. 19th in points. But he has a victory at the Nordschleife. 10th position now is the 4 car of pretty much saying. Derrickson in the 11th position is Jacques Robinson, so he's fallen back to 11th. Other championship contenders, where there's Aiden Shepard, but he's, what is 35th lap down. There we got the 31 car of Joshua Chicali, who is currently in 19th. And 21st position, I think 21st position now. Actually, I think the 31 car has been passed by somebody. I don't know. Huh. Or something happened to the 80. I think something happened to the 80. Are we getting pit stops again? Oh, we're getting pit stops again. Okay. Second round of pit stops after 45 minutes. Man, these guys pit a lot. But again, at this moment, well, Debbie Myers is now a lap down, I think. Yeah, she's a lap down. Not sure why. I think she also has pitted. So this is gonna be a difficult deal for her as well. She was already pretty far behind in points, but yeah, winning championship, she really has to hope for the 48 car to crash out, and then there's still a very, very, very small chance to win the championship. Simply because these guys are running so well. And the 70 car of England Liana has now been passed by Denise Steinauer. So Denise Steinauer goes to 3rd place. 2nd place. Oh, we got issues over here. Oh no, leader almost runs into it. But the 44 car of Mitch Bratz is stopped on pit lane. Pit lane blocked now. Oh, okay, safe. So something happened between Mitch Bratz and who else was it? I don't even know. I think the 13 car. So Mitch Bratz done for the day. Can we go to him? Thank you. So I'm not sure what happened to him. He was already smoking. Did he crash out himself? Or did he just blow up his engine? I think he may have crashed out himself in the stretch turn. No. Blow up engine? He was all by, yeah, just blown up engine. He was all by himself. Now what happened here, because he was running all the way to the inside, but it just moves wide here. Oh, and then he gets wiped out by the 17 car. 17 of Sebastian Torres completely destroys the 44. Now his race would have been over anyways, but that was a pretty big hit. Wow. And he was probably not the last one as well. Because the 13 car, I think. Now the 13 car just slows down. Just barely went right. And then the 44 car runs into the pit wall. But race is over for Mitch Bratz as well. Championship over. Very unfortunate for him. So, but well, so it is. Unfortunately, leader on pit lane. Because that's also something we have to focus on. Philip Goldberg, your leader, with a huge margin he had over 2nd place. Everything is going to get shuffled around again, so we're not going. It's not really helpful to see where everybody is. But I'm pretty curious. More cars on pit lane. We see over there 87, 70 cars off in mid lane, and there comes the 94 car. '70 car is going again, so England Liana and. Ow, contact between the 87 and the 4. Now will the 94 car take advantage or will he lose some more positions? I don't know. He's stationary on pit lane. He has to repair some damage. Oh, this will be very, very, very costly for Jacques Ronson. And watch down low. Sooner or later probably his teammate will go by. If he hasn't gone by already. No, he's there. So they're very close together though. So Jacques Robinson sees his chances of winning this championship go, well, shrink more and more, unfortunately for him. And he was doing such a great job fighting hard with the 54 car. Unfortunately, just got wiped out by the number 2. And that might be a big moment. I also will have to write that down, actually. So, has everybody pitted already? No, I guess not. Actually, I'm not sure. The 43 car is again your leader. Now in 2nd we will have the 70 car, I think. 18, sorry, the 18 of Hilary Sanchez. So I think, yeah, this is pretty good. I think this is pretty correct now. Top 5. So the 54 car of Jay Jefferson is now in 5th position, but he lost a little bit of ground now to Engel Lombliana in the 70 car. Stan Winkle, Benoit Theravine goes wide, but nothing too serious, so got away with that. Imran Makoto Arumanana is now in 8th. That's surprising. 9th is the 4 over, and in 10th we got Skylar Fleming. Currently, the 48 car is scored in 23rd position. Still your points leader though. And Mitch Bretz is also retired. It means we got just 37 cars in the race. So yeah, if we have 28 cars in the race, that will be the moment that Debbie Myers will not be able to win the championship anymore. So, well, she has won, of course, at Kyalami. So that's her big highlight of the season. But, well, it's not going to be more highlights, I think, for the 67 car. She's also, at least she was a lap down. Well, not anymore, actually. 67 car is currently scored in 29th, so yeah. It's going to be a difficult task for her as well to win this championship. So, the 43 car is 8 seconds ahead. Actually, he's only 8 seconds ahead of Hilary Sanchez. That's surprising because I thought it was more. But it's only 8 seconds, so Philip Goldberg has lost a little bit of ground. Looking at lap times 15.2 and 15.0, so he loses 0.2 of seconds in the previous lap. Oh, we got lapped cars over here. Here comes is number 9 of Aiden Thomas, who has already had a little bit of contact, I think, with somebody on pit lane. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. We'll see. Wow, that 25 car is really badly damaged. So he flipped over and he continues. That's incredible. So gap was 8 seconds. 7.79. That means 0.2 of a second gained once again. And Denise Steinauer even gains more than that. Even gains 1/10 more. And 70. Same story for Jay Jefferson. So in the top 5, Jay Jefferson and Denise Steinauer are the fastest. That's interesting. And you know, the 43 car is not even past the 9 of Aiden Thomas yet. So it could be possible that he will be even held up even more now. So 53 minutes in the race. I think we can make it to 1.5 hours in the race. And then we'll get that quick pause going. And so I can watch Formula 1 qualifying. Here comes Diego Martinez on pit lane again. Yeah, he keeps on pulling on pit lane, but I don't think it's really because of damage. I think it's just, this is his ordinary pit stop. So because of the crash he had, he is on a different pit strategy. So it's not like he has damage he has to repair and he pits more often than everybody else. I mean, this was a clean pit stop, nothing else, just great pit stop. But he is 2 laps down now, simply because he was already. Oh boy. Gap has come down even more. Well, that's surprising because Philip Goldberg ran a 14.9 and the 18 car ran a 14.6. 0.3 of a second gains. And he's going to get held up now. Oh boy. Philip Goldberg has to keep his patience, not turn around the 9 car, not do anything silly. Because yeah, he will lose a little bit of ground, but the point is that the 18 of Hilary Sanchez will also, as soon as she gets to the 9 car. So the thing he shouldn't do is crash the 9 and take himself out as well, because that will be devastating for his chance to win this race. So Philip Goldberg, clean pass, but he has lost some ground, so nothing too serious. Actually, it's not a clean pass because here comes the 9 car back again. And of course, Hilary Sanchez still has to battle 2 lap cars because the 17 car of Sebastian Torres is there as well. 7.47 will become 7.23, so there's only 3/10 of a second gain again by the 18 car. But this is going to cost Philip Goldberg. Don't go too wide now. Don't go too wide, stay on track. Okay, so yeah, he has lost 3/10 of a second, but he has not gained anything because he's not gone by the 9. So yeah, still has to go by Aiden Thomas, who's battling very hard, but still, once again, there are actually 2 lap cars between the 43 of Philip Goldberg and the 18 of Hilary Sanchez. So goes really wide there. That's no problem, they do it all. Everybody does this. So 5 cars out of the race, 37 cars still in the race, of which 33 are on the lead lap. For how long is the question? Because there's Aiden Thomas, and that will be a heartbreaking moment for him if he goes down a lap. He was second in points, he had a real shot at his championship, but it's just not going to happen for him. Oh no! Oh no! Zachary Robinson is on pit lane, and that is your points leader done for the day, possibly. Zachary Robinson. Oh, and he's gone off himself. He has gone off all by himself. He just loses control of his car, goes off, and he's going for a big slide here. And he's going to turn around and slip around, and he's not able to come back on track again. He will get pulled on pit lane. And this could cost Zachary Robinson the championship. Oh, and he's not the alone, because the 13 car was there as well. So the 13 car of Tommy Tang was there as well, but he does come back on track again. Did he do exactly the same thing? Yeah, and he wasn't even alone, because also the 69 car was there. Amy Shelley. Oh boy. But both are still fine. But, oh, Aiden Thomas has crashed out, possibly. Wait, did the 48 car retire? Zachary Robinson retired from the race. Mr. Top 5, the driver that finished in the top 5 every single race, retired from the race. And why in the world did he retire? Well, I can tell you one thing, it's not over yet. For Zachary Robinson, it's not over yet. If all the championship contenders retire now, or let's say within now and 1.5 hours, he would still have the championship. But, oh my goodness, that's crazy. I don't know what happened to him. Actually, oh, hang on. I don't know. Well, the same thing happened to Aiden Thomas as what happened to... That's just weird, man. That's so strange. Oh, well, this car has damage, so I guess that this is more like a real crash. Well, there we go. Finally, somebody retiring with a real crash. No, nothing, of course, against Stan Winkle. Sorry, but he went off all by himself, and we've seen before. But this is the big one. This is the usual big crashes we always see over here, but it's such a shame, man. I really hate it for Zachary Robinson. I think he just had the championship in his pockets. Wait, did the 43 car just come in pit lane unplanned? This cannot be planned, right? I mean, he just pitted a few moments ago. What in the world is happening over here? Well, there's Joseph Nesto. He just spins out. Joseph Nesto just spins out. Probably because the 09 car was there. Where's Joseph Nesto? Oh. Yeah, he hit somebody, but who did he hit? I completely missed it. I think. Oh no! Philip Goldberg ran into the back of Aiden Shepard. And while the 9 car also goes off. Man, that is. Oh no! Aiden Thomas is. Sorry, not Aiden Thomas. Aiden Thomas completely wipes out the 62 car now. There goes the 36 car around. For Christ's sake, what is happening here? Stan Winkle has also retired, but biggest story, Zachary Robinson retires and finishes 37th. Championship gone. Damn, I really hate it for Zachary Robinson. I think it's just, he has had such a solid race going and he was doing a great job, and the worst thing is that it was something silly, something stupid that took him out of the race. I mean, I don't know what it was. Maybe he had already had some kind of problems, but it's so weird. I don't know. I really hate it for him. So at least Hilary Sanchez is now your leader, with Denise Steinauer in second, and the points leader at this moment is Jay Jefferson. Your Le Mans winner has a legitimate chance of winning the championship here. With Ingela Omeliana in fourth. Fifth is Imre Rakotori Manana. Sixth we got Primo Shane. Seventh is the 6T of Henriette Visborn. And eighth is the 87 car of Scarlett Fleming, who went to from 6th to 8th in that previous lap. Ninth is the number 1 car of Julius Hansen, big surprise as well. And in 10th we got the 36 car of Benoit Terravine. Where did the 43 car fall back to? There. 24th position. We have 35 cars still in the race. The 94 car, by the way, is scored in 19th position. My goodness. Yeah, I think it will be wise to give a championship update. So Zachary Robinson, his race is over, but it's not like his championship is over yet, of course. I mean, like, nobody from championship contenders should finish in the top 15, and then he will still win the championship now anyway. So let's say top 16 just to be safe. 25 car, Aiden Shepard. Is it 1 hour already gone? Yeah, 1 hour is in the books, so 2 hours still good to go. 30 seconds. So yeah, this race has also not really gone well. Now the 94 car of Jacques Romsny, his race was fine. He was doing great. I think the damage really got him, and he's running pretty slow lap times, 15.2. I'm not sure how that is compared to the leader, but it isn't looking too bright for him as well. And yeah, the points leader at this moment is that damaged 54 car of Jay Jefferson, and he's currently in 3rd position. Yeah, he's in 3rd position, so everything's possible. You've seen it before. Both the Robinsons had a legitimate chance to battle for the championship, as one of them was actually doing well and had championship points lead, and the other one was pretty far back but was working his way to the front. But at this point it could be possible that both the Robinsons are not going to win the championship. At least nothing is certain yet, but it's difficult. It's going to be a difficult task for them to complete now. But 2 hours to go. Now who else we got? Joshua Ciccoli, 17th. Remember, Joshua Ciccoli is only 8 points behind Jacques Robinson, only 5 points behind Jay Jefferson. So at this moment, even if the 54 car crashes out, he would still not be in the points lead. But he still has a shot. So I think he's going to be the biggest points contender after Jacques Robinson and Jay Jefferson. Now, who else we got? The 40 car of James Saunders. I mean, we haven't even focused on James Saunders all day long. He's in 18th. So it's for him, it's the same story as for the 31 car. I mean, these 3 points behind, well, 3 points further behind Joshua Ciccoli. So yeah, the possibility is still there, but it's going to be a difficult one. And Debbie Myers 23rd, that's still not bad, but it could be worse. So currently we have, let's see, there's your leader. Hilary Sanchez in the lead. I mean, you go from flipping over at Le Mans to flipping over at the Nordschleife to flipping over at the Isle of Man. To be honest, I've forgotten already if she really flipped over at the Isle of Man. I think she did. Yeah, she did. Together with the... I don't know. But I think she did. And Kyalami, she also flipped over. I'm not entirely sure where it was, but... Nah. I can't remember. There's Denise Steinhauer. Now, of course, Denise Steinhauer's teammate, Debbie Mars, still has a shot at championship. And she won the race at Kyalami, so it could be a double now for both of them, for the Appius team. After Debbie Mars, Kyalami, then Denise Steinhauer, Willow Spring. I'm not sure if she's won a race here before. I have a feeling like that she did, but I'm not 100% sure where that comes from. But well, the biggest deal for her is that the points leader is currently right behind her, and Jay Jefferson really wants to have his championship, and he's not going to have anything. Well, he might be a little bit more careful. So if he finishes in third, he will be fine. Or near pit stops going on there. So Inge Lombliana in fourth, and in fifth we got Ibn Rakotari Manana. Oh, there we go. We got the battle for second place. Denise Steinhauer versus the 54 of Jay Jefferson. I still don't know what happened to Zachary Robinson. It's just so weird. I mean, could we listen to what happened? I mean, I don't think he didn't make any contact with someone, so it's not like he crashed out due to hitting someone. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. For some reason I have an idea that he already had a problem of some sort, but the point is it also said just retired behind his name, so not like definitely mentioning a problem with which he retired, like what happens usually, but it's just completely clueless what happened to him. And it's really heartbreaking. Well, at least his teammate still has a shot at a championship, even though it's only not too big of a shot. But so are we gonna get pit stops once again? Man, these guys pit so often. They pit like every 25 minutes or something. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry as well. How late? Okay. So just half an hour to go. And 20 minutes from here. So probably when we're at 125. I'll put it at 17 minutes from now. So at 125 I'm going to pause. As at this moment the 18 car of Hilary Sanchez comes on pit lane. Maybe I should sit a little bit better as well. Also helpful. So the battle for second place is really on, as Denise Steinhauer has fallen back now to third position, and the battle between all three of them is on. Here comes Inge Lombliana trying to go by Jay Jefferson. We got one rookie who has a shot at a championship versus a veteran who has pretty much already retired versus somebody who has a lot of experience, another veteran, but no championships ever yet. But a lot of race victories and chases. So at this moment it's the 70 car still in the lead. Whoa, that was a close call. So currently 28 cars, well, it doesn't really matter, 35 cars at least in the race and 28 on the lead lap, but sooner or later they will all have to pit. And the question is, who will pit now? Inge Lombliana, Jay Jefferson, Denise Steinhauer, probably One of them will come, at least one of them will come pit lane, and two of them will come on pit lane. This 70 car of Inge Lambriana continues for one more lap. But second and third come on pit lane. Now the question is, where will they end up relative to the 18 car? Because what we've seen earlier in the race is that pitting later is advantageous to you. Okay, so there we go. Denise Steinauer, right side now going on. Jay Jefferson, right side's going on. 77 car is going again. 54 car. It's going again as well. Watch the 18 car. Where's the 18? Where's the 18? Nowhere near. Nowhere near. 18 car Hillary Sanchez for some reason has fallen back so far. What happened? Did she get huddled up or something? I don't know, but Hillary Sanchez was your leader, and she is now falling back to behind the 60 car and the 33 car as well. So probably she'll end up in 5th, 6th, 7th place or something. Strange. Well, at least Denise Steinauer is now your leader, and we're going to look for the 70 car. Is the 70 on pit lane? Yes, but Inge Lambriana runs into the back of the 01 of Tommy Turbo. And that will be damage repairs for Inge Lambriana as well. Maybe the same thing happened to the 18 car, I don't know. But Inge Lambriana, I think, will have to do some damage repairs now to her right front. After hitting the 01 car from behind. Definitely damage to the 01. But she's going again. So that could mean two things. One, she has to pit next lap. Or two, she's just going to continue. And here comes the 77 car. Watch her go to the inside. Denise Steinauer versus Inge Lambriana. But it's still going to be Inge Lambriana in the lead. But she, of course, remember, she does have has damage. So it will slow her down a little bit, I think. Now the 39 car. Not sure if he has pitted. No, 39 car of Summit Oskan hasn't pitted yet. While the battle between Denise Steinauer and Inge Lambriana is on. Man, what a good... It would be a great way for Inge Lambriana to win this race. Coming back from retirement pretty much for just a few one-offs. And winning the race. That would be incredible. In her wildcard car. But we're not there yet. We are not even halfway through this race, considering the laps. Oh, here comes the 77 car. Now will Inge Lambriana pit now? If she doesn't pit now, she will be fine, I guess. Ah, she doesn't pit. Okay. So I'm guessing that she will be fine, and that will, with the 39 car on pit lane, hand over the lead again to the 43 car. Of course, Philip Goldberg is now your leader because he has a different strategy now. So, well, there's still opportunity for the 43 car. However, these guys have much fresher tires, so looking at lap times, 116.8 versus 114.8, so they're going to blast by the 43 car probably. Well, blast by is not really working on this racetrack, so still there might be a battle for the lead between the 43 and the 77 car. Of course, the biggest question will be, well, I don't know, how many times will the 43 car will have to pit more than the 77 car? Will he just be on the same stretch, or like does he have to come the same amount as the 77 of Denise Steinauer still has to come, for instance, and all that whole bunch? Because then still there will be a chance, but yeah, being so slow, not sure about that. Of course, another question is, when does the 43 car have to pit again? These guys pitted now 3 times already. Ooh, Benoit Theravine is off. Benoit Theravine in the 36 car has crashed off, and big time. Probably the Calamity Corner again. Here we go. He was running together with Aiden Thomas. Oh, and actually contact with the one car of Julius Anderson, and we haven't seen this happen very often before. There was just contact between the 36 and the 1 car. I think the 36 just ran, well, thought that the one car would give him the outside, but he didn't. And contact made, flip number 32 of the season, and good grief. That's a big one for Benoit Terravine. Race over, done. That's it. And of course the question will be who will get the penalty. I don't know. I will leave it for now. So, well, this race is not officially over. Probably the 36 car will retire. So the 06 car is back on pit lane again, and the 77 car has now taken over the lead. So the gap is what, well, 1 second per lap faster. Yeah, it wasn't really too hard of a battle fought there by Philip Goldberg. And now Philip is probably like, okay, I have to mind my own business, I have to do my own strat, and just let them race, and we'll see where the ship ends. Also, Ingela Liana will be looking to get by, and there is of course still your points leader, Jay Jefferson. Now, where is the 94 car? Currently in 18th position. Joshua Ciccoli in 17th. James Saunders in 22nd. And Debbie Myers in 19th position. That's incredible. So, well, there's a change for seconds as Ingela Liana moves on by Philip Goldberg to takes over second place again. So we're going to cross at the start of the finish line, and then we're going to skim through the field one more time, because there's plenty of battling still going on. Is this a planned pit stop? I don't know. Okay, never mind. We're going to see if something happened to the 9 car of Aiden Thomas. Guess there did. Okay, there we got the next one. A little bit wide. Slams into the fence and goes for a, well, that's weird. I'm not sure if Aiden Thomas will be done for the day, but, well, but about Terravine still, I think he will be done for the day, but you never know. We'll see. A little bit wide from Skylar Fleming as well there. Okay, here we go. Your leader is currently Denise Steiner, but she's coming under full pressure again from Ingela Liana. So the 2 Dutch girls will just continue again. We got Philip Goldberg currently in 3rd position with a different strategy. And where's the 54 car? Jay Jefferson has gone off as well. What in the world? Now can he continue? Yes he can. Yes he can. Yes he can. Don't get pulled on pit lane. Jay Jefferson, your points leader, goes off, and everything is opened up again, because there you see the 94 car coming by again. Jay Jefferson. Oh my goodness. Oh, what he just ran completely off track over there, trying to pass the 43 car. He just continues racing right next to the line. What in the world were you doing? Then he comes back on track again, completely overshoots the corner. Jay Jefferson, oh my goodness. New points leader, Jacques Robinson. So pretty much we got now 7 points contenders left, eh? We got 7 points no, 6. We got 6 points contenders left in the race. One of them, Joshua Ciccoli, who's right in front of another one, Debbie Myers, who's right in front of another one, Jacques Robinson, who's right in front of another one, Jay Jefferson. And there is the 40 car of James Saunders. And now the rest is just a lap down. So, wow. That is absolutely incredible. So anyways, well, Denise Steinauer, your points leader, still in front of Ingela Liana. In 3rd we got April McShane. And Imran Rakotari Manana is in 4th. That's a big surprise. Then in 5th we got Henrietta Fitzwater. In 6th we got now Hilary Sanchez, so she's fallen back from points lead to 6 because of whatever reason. 7th is Samuel Oskan, who's finally having a good run. 8th we got Brian Fox. 9th we got what? Oh, 43 car pitted. Oh, okay. So 9th we got Daniel Bouchard, and 10th we got Jane Pinter. So at one point we had 2 of the points leaders all up front. Now they are together again, but not up front anymore. So for the points lead and for the championship battle, we should not look at here. And I just realized I said a few moments ago, as we got a nice pass over there from Sam Oskan, I said a few moments ago, this is your championship points leader, but the 36 car, by the way, is retired, but Zachary Robinson finishes in 37th. Now he had a 21 points gap over Jacques Robinson. 21 points gap. That means that Jacques Robinson has to finish to still be able to pass the 48 car. Neither of them have wins, so I guess he will just have to finish 22 points ahead of the 48 car, which will mean that he will have to finish in 15th or better. Now, of course, I said the 94 car is the points leader, but he is not in 15th, he's in 18th. So as a matter of fact, at this moment, at this exact moment, Zachary Robinson is still your points leader. Now that will probably not remain for the rest of the race. How many points lead changes did we already have this race? Like 4 or 5 or something. That's incredible. Ah man, he's continuing to fall back. Now, of course, 54 car is, 54 car is 3 more laps, points down on the, everybody in front of him. But I'm thinking, of course, he does have a victory, so he can tie with the 48 car and still win the championship. It means that he still gap was 24 points, so he can just finish 24 positions better than 37th, which is in 13th. Yeah, so he has to finish in 13th or better to win this championship. I'm going to write it down, screw it. I'm going to write it down. So 13 plus is this for Jay Jefferson, and it is 21 points. 15th plus for Jacques Robinson, and as well Aiden Shepard, because he doesn't have a victory. Okay. Was it 15 plus? No, I don't think it was 15. Ooh, a little bit wide over there from the 54 car, but 15th plus. If Jacques Robinson finished 15th, he would get 22. Yeah, he would. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. That's correct indeed. Now Joshua Chicali also doesn't have a victory, so 15 plus will be 8. 7 plus for Joshua Chicali. James Saunders. Oh my goodness, James Saunders will be 4 plus. He has to finish in the top 4 to be able to pass to Zachary Robinson. And it will be 5 plus for Debbie Myers, because Debbie Myers does have a victory. So that's interesting. That's how it stands currently. So at this point, believe it or not, Zachary Robinson, while he's going to finish in 37th, is still your points leader. But we're not there yet. No, definitely not. And actually, the 31 car of Joshua Chicali is doing a great job. But he's still not in the points list. So, it is time for me to go watch from Formula 1. We're almost halfway through the race. We're just barely there. And Joseph Nestor in pit lane. Is that planned? I don't know. Fast forwarding. Oh, engine issues for Joseph Nesto. Boy oh boy, race over for him probably as well. So, we're going to go to the leader, and the battle for the lead is still on between Denise Steinauer and Ingela Moliana. Now, this race is far from over. We have your points leader who's currently out of the race, and pretty much everybody else who's battling for the championship very close together, and all just short of winning the point of getting in the points lead. So this race is far from over. We're gonna get a fantastic second half of this race. First half has been already incredible, with the points leader crashing out, with the two other points contenders who were, or points leaders at some point in the race, who were in the top 5 in the race, all spinning out, and with Mohammed Al Mohammed going for the 500 barrel rolls on pit lane. Absolutely incredible. So please stay tuned for more. But for the second half of this race, we're gonna get an awesome race, an awesome ending to this season. Denise Steinauer, your lead. Stay tuned. We will be right back with the final half of this race in the Martini Endurance Series, season number 4. And welcome back again here at Willow Springs for what will be the last race of the Martini Endurance Series, season number 4. Short update, Formula 1 is actually still busy, but there's a red flag. Grosjean has crashed, so if you have seen the qualifying, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to, for a moment, continue for now, because it's too wet for them to drive, so probably they will wait for another 15-20 minutes before they will continue racing again. So after that we'll pause again. So anyway, Denise Steinauer in the number 77 car is your leader, in front of the number 70 car of Ingela Moliana and the wildcard car. And in third now is also a pretty big surprise, Priya McShane has been working away from the top, well, from outside the top 10 to inside the top 10 to inside the top 5. So impressive job by her, and she's doing really great in this race. So maybe she can close the gap to the 77 and 70 as well and fight for the victory. Fourth place is Imran Rakotari Manan. The same story, pretty impressive job by her, or by him, and also the 60 of Henrietta Fitzwater. Then we got a little bit wide there. Then we got Samet Oscar in the 6th. 7th is Brian Fox. 8th is Hilary Sanchez. 9th we got the 21 of actually, where's the third? Oh, I'm not sure. Actually, 6th we got 39. 7th, 8th. Come on. 8th, 9th is indeed William Bouchard, and in 10th we got the 27 car of Ajay Pinter. That's a pretty close battle. So, update. Joseph on the 40 car of, I already saw him on pit lane a few moments ago. James Saunders is done for the day. Championship is done. Joseph Vanessa has retired with the camshaft problem, and James Saunders also came on pit lane, and he just stayed there. Clutch problem it was for him, and it's very weird, and there's nothing else that happened prior to this. He wasn't, I'm not even sure if he was really slow, but unfortunately that means that James Saunders will be the next driver to not win be able to win the championship and retire from the race. Here we got Denise Steinauer is running away from Ingela Moliana because of lap traffic. So anyway, James Saunders is done. That means we got only 6 people who can still win this championship. Of course, once again, Zachary Robinson is out of the race, so there's only 5 of them who are still actually in the race, but he is still your points leader, because the 54 car is currently in 16th. He needs to be in 13th or better. Then he has the championship. And same story for the 94 car. Of the two, currently the 94 of Jacques Robinson is the points leader. Actually, I think they might be tied at this moment, because I'm not sure, actually, to be honest. I'm not sure. I don't know. If they would be tied eventually at the end of the race, then still the 54 car would get the championship, because he has a victory at Le Mans. So that's why. Well, 70 car continues to lose a little bit of ground, I believe. 1/10 of a second lost. Same story for Priam Shane. But Imran Rakoto Manana is the fastest guy in the top 5. Yes. I have to sneeze, by the way. Sorry. Well, this race has been interesting so far. People are now pitting again, so we're for our 4th round of pit stops is just about to start. Debbie Myers on pit lane. That's the first, possibly the first of the championship contenders to come on pit lane. They were all very close again. I mean, they still are. Here's the 54 car. Actually, the 31 car is in front of all of them, but he's a little bit further behind the points. So Joshua Chicali, there we got the 54 car of Jay Jefferson. The 20 car was a championship contender, but not anymore, because the 48 car finished too bad, or not good enough. Now we got the 94 car who's right behind them, and that's it. There's the 43 car, of course, off-sync strategy for Philip Goldberg after his incident. Then Myers comes on track again, while the 77 car is still your leader. But it's a matter of waiting for them to come on pit lane. Here comes Hilary Sanchez again. The previous lap she was also too early. Oh my goodness, Max Verstappen drifting all over the place. Yeah, it's a wet qualifying, and it was drying up, but not anymore, because at this moment the rain started to pick up again, and it's going to be interesting, because after this we also get a GP2 or Formula 2 race and a GP3 race, and that will be hella interesting. Absolutely hella interesting. So Jay Jefferson is also on pit lane. I'm very curious where he will end up after the pit stop cycle as pit stops have cycled through. And also, will he come in front of Debbie Myers? That's also a big one. Debbie Myers went a little bit wide there. I think that might be costly for her. Here goes 54 car again. Watch that 67 car. There she comes. Oh, easy. Easy pass for Debbie Myers. Takes over the position from the 54 car again. Nothing for Jay Jefferson to worry about though, because, well, nothing. Debbie Myers is 8 points behind him, so it's not too bad. So here we go. Leaders are on pit lane. Denise Steinauer, Debbie Myers, Imran Rakoto Manana are all on pit lane. Henrietta Fitzwater and Priya McShane, I think, one of the drivers that continued. So that's interesting. Oh, one car going again. Denise Steinauer going again. Great pit stop. And Inge Lambliana now losing a grid of ground. Remember the previous pit? Oh no! Inge Lambliana gets completely wiped out by the 17 car of Sebastian Torres. Unsafe release it is. But I was just about to say the 70 car had to repair some damage, because the previous time she came on pit lane she ran into the back of Tommy Turbo in the 01. But now again she had issues on pit lane. So pit road has been a trouble spot for Inge Lambliana this whole race, and it will continue, because next time she will have to repair even more damage after the 01 car or the 017 car of Sebastian Torres pulled out right in front of her. So now the 94 car is actually, he hasn't pitted yet. And he will probably come in pit lane this lap or next lap. I'm not sure who he... Yeah, there's Priya McShane on pit lane. Oh, that was a close call. So Priya McShane and Summit Oscar now on pit lane. 32 cars, by the way, still in this race. So that means we have 10 retirements already. After 1.5 hours, it's not even too bad. I mean, we've had worse. There goes the 77 car to the lead again. And after pit stop cycle has gone through, Denise Steinauer has a solid lead. She really has a solid lead now, because second in points is the 4, or second now is the 4 of Priya McShane, and she's, I think, well, 5, 6 seconds behind. Inge Lambliana is currently still in 3rd position, however with damage, so not sure how bad it will be for her. So opportunity for Imran Rakoto or Manana to make something happen over here and maybe grab the top 3 position. Oh no! Denise Steinauer has gone off! Denise Steinauer in the 77 car has gone off! And your leader is done for possibly the day. Oh, Denise Steinhauer throws away a victory. Just goes too wide and flips over multiple times. Flip number, what is it, 33 of the season. And her race is also done. And now what? That will hand the lead to the 4 of Brie McShane. So suddenly she is in the lead. But maybe even more importantly, this means that there's one less driver in front of, as Ingela Liana goes way wide, and this might be opportunity for Imanruka to Rimanana. But this could be big opportunity as well for the championship contenders, because they gain another position from passing the 77 car. That's interesting. We'll wait for a moment to see where the 77 car continue. How can she continue after that? That's incredible. Denise Steiner just continues after flipping over. That's nuts, man. Well, anyway, let's take a look at where our points... No, it doesn't matter. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. And 20th. So, currently, still... Zachary Robinson is your points leader. Zachary Robinson out of the race, going to finish with 37, but he's still your points leader. But the gap is, it's not, I mean, the 54 car is has to pass 4 more people, and that is possible. Of course, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really, really interesting. So Priya McShane, your points leader now in front of Ingela Liana and Imran Kotari Manana. While the F1 guys are going to continue in a few moments, so I'm going to be heading downstairs again to watch some, and that means that, well, this race has suddenly turned all the way upside down again, except for in the points lead it didn't really change a whole lot, but suddenly for the lead, Denise Steinhauer has crashed out, but she is still going strong in, oh no, she has retired. Denise Steinhauer has retired, actually, has she? Yeah, she has retired, I think. Yeah. So Denise Steinhauer has retired. And that will give 14th to Joshua Chicali, 15th to Debbie Myers, 16th to Jay Jefferson, and 19th to Jacques Robinson. That's interesting. So unfortunately we've lost Denise Steinhauer, which is the next driver to retire from the race. Early, half the race is over, so from the lead, crashing out. My goodness, this race has so much more ready for us, and we're going to watch for that, but for now, please stay tuned, we'll be right back with the next part. Well, seriously, right at the moment when I stopped recording again, it said that the restart of the qualifying has been delayed by another 15 seconds, so 15 minutes I mean. So we're gonna continue with this race anyway. Well, now we can pull it to 2 hours, that's incredible. Anyway, Priya McShane, still your lead, so you haven't really missed anything. I will just edit it quickly, it's not with too much break in between, like it's not an official pause, it's just a quick pause, so whatever. Oh, somebody may have gone off over here. Question. No, I don't know. So Denise Steiner is out. And the 43 car is dropping again? I don't know. Debbie Myers currently in 14th. And the 54 car has dropped back a little bit. Oh, we were with Debbie Myers actually. So the 54 car may have dropped a little bit. And now he's currently in 17th. So yeah, still not in the points lead. Oh, Jane Pinter has gone off for a brief moment. Briefly, that is, of course. Just a little spin, nothing too serious. That's one of the many drivers that have gone off now. So yeah, this is just... This is one of those typical tracks where a lot of drivers just go off and crash, and it's a great track. I really like it. I really like this track. Also, something we have to say, by the way, is just reminds me. In Europe, we have a series which is called the Historic Grand Prix, and it's not really a series; it's more an event. They also race at Monaco, I think, but they also race at Zandvoort over here in the Netherlands. Now, this morning there has been a huge crash with a old Formula 1 car from the early 70s, I believe. I'm not sure. Two cars just crashed out. One of them, I think, my dad said this car split in 3 pieces. And he has been brought to the hospital. Actually, had to be. What is Wait, I will just search for a moment. He had to have CPR. That's it. And has been brought to hospital after that. So it was a very serious accident, just like Joshua Michaels back there. Is it Joshua Michaels in 07? Yeah. So it's just crazy. I mean, it's. I know, of course, those old cars are pretty dangerous. I mean, running those old cars in this series as well. I mean, these cars are also late 80s, early 90s. So we all love Historic Grand Prix because back then the cars were so fantastic, but so dangerous. And I really hope that that guy is alright. It was a French driver, I'm not sure what his name was, but it's not looking good for him. And best wishes from us, and me especially, go to him, and I hope that he will be alright, but it's just terrible. It's terrible to that, yeah. It's always terrible, and racing still is dangerous, and it will always be dangerous no matter what. And that's also part of the sport, but still, when something like that happens, it's just heart wrenching. So, best wishes to the guy. So, Prem Shane, still your leader. Standing water, still, yes. Grosjean has gone over. I'm surprised they don't let them race, probably because of the standing water, but okay. Nailed it. So we're going to take a look now at what happened to the number 07 of Joshua Michaels. Same corner, probably. There we go. Goes a little bit wide. Goes a little bit wide. A little bit wider, and right behind Aiden Shepherd. Now, Aiden Shepherd keeps it out of the wall, but Joshua Michaels doesn't, and that's a big one. Flip number 34 of the season. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And game over, unfortunately, for Joshua Michaels. You want to see an onboard? Okay, sure. Why not? I will show this one more camera angle for now. Yeah, I know I'm not really showing the replays a whole lot, but that's, I don't know. These crashes are all pretty similar, to be honest. And Jesus Christ, so much rain in the area at Monza. Holy crap. Well, I hope that will not hit the racetrack, because then probably the racing is going to be delayed for the rest of the day. Cancelled. Right behind Aiden Shepherd, and he may have gone a little bit loose, and there's the ball, and ooh, that was a hard hit. The roof. And that's game over for Josh. Unfortunately, his season is also over. Now, Josh has also been pretty busy lately, and well, pretty much everybody in Dascar has not uploaded a whole lot on their YouTube channel, and that's just because it's summer and everybody's very busy. I know John as well. James said that the Nationwide series, I think, was going to continue again. KLM series action is also going to continue soon again. But yeah, we'll see. Now, I'm going to continue with season number 10 of the Philips Cup series, because I already made a deal with James and John that we're going to continue, and next year we're going to do it a little bit differently, and I will not talk about it for a moment. It will all come later, because Philips Cup series will be also a whole lot different. But I honestly think I will be doing around 20 races in Philips Cup series, and just full races and 15%, like we do the main races now, and that's it. And after that, I will call it a day. But I want to focus. Actually, I still have to finish season number 9 as well. And I'm going to do internship now in the next few months, which I will be really busy with. But I also have another YouTube channel which I really want to, well, keep on going. So yeah, I don't know how things will be, but I will try to get like a race in up in like every week, and in that way probably there will be 60 more weeks to go, but maybe I can do at one point, you can do 2 races a week, but we'll see. And for the other channel I will do, because of course that to get it running I need to upload, and it's not like once a week is going to help, so probably I'm going to upload twice a week, maybe 3 times, but the videos are going to be shorter than these videos, so maybe just 20 minutes, that's it, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Premium Shane still your leader. The gap to the 70 car is pretty big. It's 3.8 seconds. I think Engel Lian is slowing down quite a lot. I mean, the gap has been closed now by Imran Rakoto Manana, who is going to take over 3rd position or 2nd position probably very soon. So there were quite some Dutch drivers which were up front in the top 2, and now at least one of them is out of the race and the other one is badly damaged. So 30 cars in the race, 24 cars on the little lap. Actually the lap times are not too bad, 15.5 for this 4 and 15.7 for Engel Lian, so she's just 0.2 of a second slower. 15.4 for Imran Rakoto Manana, so he's faster. 0.3 of a second gained by him. Samet Askan is currently in 4th, that's also a big surprise, 15.6 and 15.5 for Henrietta Fitzwater. So 5 more minutes. God. Well, it's fun to have rain. I really like rain racing, and well, partly because Max Verstappen is really good in the rain. Of course I'm rooting for him, he's my fellow the Flying Dutchman. Oh, Joshua Cully has to look out. Joshua Cully, who's Joshua Cully? Joshua Cully has to look out a little bit more, but that was a pretty good move. Now Joshua Cully, remember, has to finish 7th or better to be able to win the championship. Now everybody behind him is not really moving up a whole lot, as the 54 is still in 17th, Jacques Robinson is still in 18th, Debbie Myers is the only one who is coming with him, but she's 3 points behind him in points, and she's 2 cars behind, so probably now 5. But he's now currently in 12th position. If he passes the 98 car, he's in 11th. If he passes then 4 more drivers, he's in the top 7, and he is in the points lead. So don't count out the underdog over here. I think Joshua Ciccoli is an underdog in this deal. But he's a very good underdog, and he has a pretty big chance. He actually still has a chance. I don't want to say a pretty big chance, because everybody has a big chance. But he has a fair chance to win his championship still. Oh, now the 98 car goes off. It's also something. Oh, it's a strange race. It's a really strange race. Points leaders going off. I mean, Zachary Robinson retiring, and it's just crazy. I think that Zachary Robinson will be so happy that he has had all those good races before, and that he had a points lead of more than 20 points, because that really otherwise would have been over already. But here comes Joshua Ciccoli for what will be battle for 11th place. Of course, we also still should keep an eye out on the front. Imran Rakoto Manana has fallen back a little bit, so a little bit more breathing space for Engel Lian, and the gap is now more than 1.5 seconds. So I'm not sure what happened to the 33. Probably got held up. Maybe Engel Lian has found some speed as well. 15.1 and 15.6, half a second gain by Engel Lian in the previous lap. That must be because the 4 car got held up. Oh boy. Diego Martinez going to the inside of Engel Ambliana. It was a gutsy move from Spain, from the Spain. Was it the Spanish driver? But yeah, this car, he's pretty fast. I think he just pitted a few moments ago. I believe he just pitted a few moments ago, and he's using his new fresh tires to move up through the fields. Oh boy. And the pace car is out again, on the safety car is out again on Monza. But yeah, we're waiting for next report. So, still the 4 car getting held up, 16.1 and 15.9. So Engel Ambliana is still gaining, and now he's gone by Diego Martinez again. Also, keep an eye out on the 33 car who's coming again in the back, while the 70 car runs a little bit wide and gets passed again by Diego Martinez and Tommy Turbo. Man, this Tommy Turbo has been bugging her already a couple times in this race. But here comes the 33 car. Again, here comes the 70 car, goes to the inside of Tommy Turbo. Battle is on. We got the 13 car on pit lane for what will probably be a scheduled pit stop, I think. So now Imran Makoto Rimanana battling with the 01 car of Tommy Turbo, trying to get away that, well, to get the car between him and second place away. Lap times 15.6 again, my goodness. And 15.9 for Engel Ambliana. 15.6, yeah, 15.6, that was actually pretty fast. But yeah, Engel Ambliana 4/10 of a second slower, and 15.6 for Imran Makoto Rimanana as well. So, who's fourth in points? 15.6 and 15.4. So Henrietta Fitzwater is his fastest driver in the top 5, but she's also the only driver who's not being held up by lap cars. I mean, there's so many lap cars in this deal, and now, luckily for the 4 car of Premium Exchange, she has free space, so that's good news for her. But now, yeah, Engel Ambliana, she's fallen back, I think, a few seconds now. I haven't seen a report, but pace cars coming in again. I think they may be fine. So now there are no cars between second and third, so this will be interesting. Let's take a look at the rest of the points leaders. Well, Joshua Ciccoli is still in 12th. Debbie Myers is fallen 13th. So Debbie Myers has made up a little bit of ground. And the 54 car is currently in 15th. And he needs to gain 2 more positions now. Oh, they're going to race again. That's good news, I think. It's on the wet tires. But now the 54 and the 94 working their way up again. My goodness, how did the 54 car suddenly make it to 13th position? Wow. Pit stops. Oh yeah, pit stops happening again. Okay, so we're done. When we come back, we will get some more pit stops to, well, show you. And we're gonna wait and see how things will play out for the points leaders and the battle for the points lead and the battle for the race victory as well. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, we'll be right back. And the session keeps on being delayed and delayed, but at this moment we continue, and second in the race is on pit lane. So, well, actually 22, that's 2 regular pit stops. So second and third up on pit roads as we continue with the last, well, a little bit more than less than the final hour of this race. So let's see if Engel Ambliana, that's a very early stop. That's a really, really early stop. Engel Ambliana continues without too much damage repaired. That's surprising. Remember, previous pit stop she got completely wiped out by the 17 car of Sebastian Torres, but now, oh, she just continues. Oh, and comes right in front of the 94 car. And of course, that is championship contender Jacques Robinson. So, Jacques Robinson, well, basically, I'm not sure what position they're currently in, but Premium Exchange has continued, and there she is. And she was your leader right before we, well, went away for a moment. But she is still your leader, and she will come in pit lane now. Here comes 17 car completely loose as well. And still, by the way, well, not doesn't really matter it doesn't really help much to say how many cars are still in the lead lap, but there are 30 cars still in the race, which is, well, pretty average, with just one more hour to go. McShane pit stop happening. Let's wait and see. Can she come out in front of Ingela Moliana? Probably she will. As at this moment, actually, Henrietta Fitzwater has not pitted yet, and she has taken over the lead. Close. Oh, actually, she has pitted. No, she crossed the start-finish line earlier. So, there goes Henrietta Fitzwater. There we got the battle for second place, and there was a very close call between the 70 of Ingela Moliana, who's battling hard with Imran Rakoto Imanana now. Battle for second place it is, but they are still behind the 4 car of Prix McShane. But after the previous, of course, this race is far from over, because a few months ago it was the 77 car who was in the lead, well, a little bit wide there from Hilary Sanchez. So let's see, we got a battle over between Joshua Ciccone and Debbie Myers. Now this is the battle currently for 13th position, and close. 13th position, well, still there's no points lead for one of them, but they're, well, actually Joshua Ciccone is falling back a little bit. Well, they are behind the 43 car, of course, and the 43 car is on a different strategy, so basically they will still be in 12th, but Debbie Myers has now taken 13th position away from Joshua Ciccone, so that's no good for the 31. Here we got the 54 car, who is fallen back to 19th position. That's really, really far. I'm actually wondering, where's the 94? Well, he's currently in 9th place, but he's probably on pit road at the moment. Not sure about the 94. Actually, I lost the 94. Oh, Henry Williams has gone off track for a moment, but they save it. There's the 94, so he's still behind the 54. So this is going to be changing a little bit now. And Debbie Myers is scored in the top 10 now. Good news for her, she has to get in the top 5 to be able to win this championship and pass Zachary Robinson, which is still possible, remember. And of course, Joshua Ciccone in the 31 car, he has to finish in the top 7, and he has 3 points over Debbie Myers. So it's going to be very, very close. And currently he is in 12th position still, I think then. Yeah, 12th position. Then we got 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. My goodness, 54 cars falling back to 18th position. That's quite a lot. Quite a long way. So that's surprising. I thought at one point he was in 15th, but probably also because of pit stop, so. Well, the battle for second still is going on and strong, and what a battle it is. Ingela Moliana versus Imran Rakoto Imanana, a rookie versus a veteran, basically. Both in the same car, both driving Toyotas. But the battle is on, and Imran Rakoto Imanana from Madagascar has already been making a name for himself, and doing, well, not always in the good way, controversial stuff, getting a penalty which was later retracted earlier in the season, but he has been also very solid. And Imran Rakoto Imanana actually very solid, 28 in points, but he has been doing some, well, great stuff. He just didn't get the results for it, so now it's the second place for him, and let's see if he can finally bring home a top 5 finish, which he hasn't been able to do this whole season yet. Of course, race is still long. 1 hour to go from now, with Prix McShane as your leader. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then 5th position I think is actually Brian Fox now. Yeah, that's surprising. That's pretty cool. Debbie Myers still in 10th place, and Joshua Ciccone still in 12th. So Debbie Myers has to pass 5 more people. Joshua Ciccone still has to pass 5. Whoa! Somebody has gone off, and that's Imran Rakoto Imanana. 33, Makoto Manana has gone off, and did she do it by herself or did she get turned around? She did get turned around. Inge Lomeliana in the number 70 car has caused a 33 car to go off. Oh boy. And that was pretty obvious the fault of Inge Lomeliana, so Makoto Manana will not be very happy with that. The good news is that he doesn't hit the wall very hard, so I think he will still be fine. Except for that he's fallen back to, what is it? 6th position now. Will be 7th very soon, so a little bit of a naughty move from Inge Lomeliana. So let's see if 33 car can continue. Yes, he can, so that's all still good. There's Aiden Shepard, who's pretty much driving a lost race. He had high hopes of getting this championship, and it was possible for him as well. Very possible, but yeah, it just doesn't work out. And he already had an incident earlier in the race where he ran into the back of, I think it was Jay Pinter, but I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, actually I'm not sure, I don't think it was Jay Pinter, but yeah, that has screwed up his race. But unfortunately he did it himself as well. So, I have lost the 67 car for a moment. Debbie Myers has fallen back to 18th position. Ooh, hang on for a moment. There she is. She came on pit lane, and I'm not sure if that is a planned pit stop. Well, it seems like maybe it was. Maybe she is on a different strategy. Ah, that might be possible. Maybe she's just like Philip Goldberg on a different strategy, and well, that could be very likely for her. Now, I'm not sure if this is a well, this for sure isn't a planned pit stop. Oh, I have to sneeze again. And it's very difficult to talk when I have to sneeze. Ah boy. Brian Fox, we saw him being very well positioned in 4th place. Well, actually he was scored in 4th now, but yeah, making a mistake, and this I think is also the fault of the 19 car, taking out the 06 car as well with him, of Diego Martinez. It's yeah, such a shame. And Martinez goes into the wall really pretty hard. 19 car as well, and Brian Fox, well, he has been going into the wall a couple of times this season, but well, this one is going to end his race. And well, good. He had a good position. That's a real big shame for him. So just contact between the two, and both are done for the day. So back live again, where the 9 car is also on pit lane. Now this will be interesting because Joshua Ciccoli is a little bit further up ahead. With all the kerfuffle between with the 19 car and with the 067 car pitting, and with what was it else? 33 car. I'm not sure. Yeah, 33 is still in 6th, but with all the kerfuffle, we still got Joshua Ciccoli in 9th position. Now remember, he has to finish in the top 7, and then he is in the points lead. So if he passed, oh, actually he's currently scored in 10th. So for some reason, somebody has made it by him again. I don't know who. Well, probably maybe the 21 car. Then he has to pass the 18, the 98 car. Oh, where is the 98 car? There's the 98 car. Oh, 80 car. Oh, the 80 car and the 30. If he passes both of them, he's in the points lead. Whoops, the 33 car goes off a little bit again. But of course, the other thing is currently the 54 car of Jay Jefferson is in 14th, and Jay Jefferson has to pass one more person, and then he will be in the points lead. The 94 car of Jock Robinson will have to pass one more person, and then he is in the points lead. So everybody is very close to being in the points lead. And then of course the question is gonna be, probably at this moment they're all tied somewhere in 2nd place. I think the 54 and 98 car, or 94, well, they have 3 points in between. Whoa, Henry Williams, look out there. My goodness, that was a close call. 19 car and 06 have retired, means we got 28 cars still in the race and 22 on the lead lap. Now, bear with me for a moment, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write down how many points Zachary Fitzwater will have at the end. Oh, Joshua Chiculi! Oh, just barely scraping the wall, but he survived. Very close call, but okay. So 37th, I think it will be 5 points. 7 points. So 160. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they're delaying it with another 15 minutes. So eventually, I think the 48th car will get 7 points. Yeah. So he will end up with 167 points. At this moment, the 94 car will get 20. Let's calculate. 28 points, I think. Let's calculate it. 9 plus 28. That means that at this moment, the 94 car of Jacques Robinson is tied with Zachary Robinson for the points lead. Neither of the two have won, so that is probably going to be Zachary Robinson who wins the race because he has the most top 5s. But still, my goodness, what? Now let's look at Jay Jefferson, who had 136 points, and he will get 30 points. So then he will end up with 166 points. So he's still 1 point behind. But if he passes somebody, he will still be in the points lead, and he will at least he will be tied with Zachary Robinson. But he will then have the advantage of having won a race. Now Debbie Myers is in 19th, Joshua Chiculi is in 10th, so he's fallen back a position. We're actually watching him all the time. Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy, man. Well, anyway, Priya McShane is still your leader. That's one thing is for sure. And it's starting to rain even heavier now at Monza. You know, the problem I have with this whole rain delay is the fact that they weren't driving a few moments like half an hour ago, because there were still some spots on the racetrack which had standing water, and that's why it was too dangerous. But pretty much all the other spots were fine. Just a few spots which were too wet. And then what I cannot understand is, for God's sake, this is the highest level of motorsports. And there's not a single person who comes to mind like, hey, why don't we just get some of those, well, cleaning trucks or whatever, the fact they always use those brushes. Why don't we just get a brush, wipe out the water from those spots and let them race? I just cannot understand why they don't do that. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, I know it's still raining, and probably sooner or later there will going to be it will be blanks. There will be some standing water spots again, but still, it isn't raining as hard. And if you just the point is, those standing water spots, those are just dips, and there's water from one full day in those dips, but not from just, well, an hour of rain. In an hour of rain, there's not going to be a whole lot of standing water in there. So I don't understand why they don't get some marshals with some of those brushing. Oh my God. I don't get it. I mean, we could have had this whole qualifying deal already over. Probably they're not going to race at all anymore. It's just so, I don't know. Broom. What I meant. Broom. Share weird. Is that even English? Yeah, broom. I don't know, whatever. Never heard of the word, to be honest. It was called just a brush, but it's weird. I don't like it. It's a shame, because we could have had a very exciting qualifying with really like drivers, the good drivers, like of course Max Verstappen, always a little bit biased, but also other drivers which are very good in the rain, like well, Lewis Hamilton's always up front, but I think Esteban Ocon is also one of them, and some more of those drivers, Nico Hülkenberg, maybe even Stoffel van Dorn as well. Those drivers could be really showing off now, but they can't because they're too. And you know what the thing is? If they let it, if they make it get to racing again, those standing, that is probably after a few hours, because those spots of standing water will be there, and they will not dry up very easily. But it's very frustrating, you know. Somebody has spun around over there, and maybe somebody has retired, and indeed that's the fact. The 80 car suddenly switching back to the race again. William Brock has retired, and I have a feeling he's spun coming on the front stretch. Here we probably will have it, and he hit the pit lane, and he may not be the only one involved. And there he goes, making contact with the 30 car of. Oh, very great save of Patrick Smith, but William Brock will hit the pit lane wall. He gets stuck in it. Okay, so that's the reason why he retires. That's a shame. Shame for William Brock, who has had those type of moments for pretty much the full season. I don't think he has ever had a real good race. Maybe at Kyalami he had a better race where he finished in 12th, but boy, for who is this good news? For Mr. Joshua Ciccoli. Not because Joshua Ciccoli is getting passed by everybody. He's now currently in the 11th. Then it's a good deal for the 54 car. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new points leader. Because this guy, Jay Jefferson, has made it to the points lead. Actually, everyone's true. No. Wait. Stop. Sorry. He has made it to second in points. And this is your points leader. Jacques Robinson is now your points leader. Gee, this is a great race. So current standings, just bear in mind, if they would finish like this now, Jacques Robinson will be your champion. 1 point ahead of the 54 car of Jay Jefferson, who will be tied with Zachary Robinson, but the 54 car will get second anyway. Well, it doesn't really matter if you finish second or third, but still, for the idea, he will finish second because he has a victory, and the 48 car hasn't. But that's how quickly things can change, and that's really cool. And now Joshua Ciccoli, I'm not sure where he is. Well, look at this gaggle of cars, by the way. This is all for position, except for the 09 car, who's a lap down. They're all getting held up, but the 20 car is currently in 8th position. We got the 3 car in 9th and the 98 in 10th. This is all for position, and Joshua Ciccoli will be part of it as well. If we will pass all 3 of them and then pass one more driver, he will be in the points lead. But golly. Well, he has to look out though. The 39 car is falling really far back. He's now in 12th position, Samet Özkan. And there's Jay Jefferson in 13th. Jay Jefferson, however, if he passes one more driver, he will be in the points lead because he will be tied with the 94 car of Jacques Robinson, but he has the victory. Oh, and a couple of drivers have gone off. The 3 cars on pit lane. The 25 car went off for a moment. The 80 car has retired, as we already knew. Means we got 27 cars in the lead lap, or 27 cars in the race and 20 cars on the lead lap. Okay, here we go. And of course, Jay Jefferson knows this, huh? He knows it. If there's one driver in the top 10 who crashes out, or he has a bad pit stop, or whatever, he's gonna be in the points league. Now he has made it to 12th now, but he's still 1 point behind the 94 car, and that is all because somebody is. Of course, pit stops. Oh yeah, never mind. Well, the Prima Shane has a gap of 15 seconds over second place Inge Lameliana. Inge Lameliana running 15.4, 15.2 for Prima Shane. She's also much faster. Then we got third, which is even bigger gap, 23 seconds to Hillary Sanchez 16.3. Then we got 4th Henrietta Fitzwater there, 16.0, and 5th we got Patrick Smith even with the 15.4. Patrick Smith, can you imagine? He's in 5th place. That's surprising. Then 6th we got now the 21 car. No, actually it doesn't really make sense to go through this because they will all make pit stops now. We see Imran Rakoto and Minana on pit lane, who was in 6th actually. So Jane Pinter is on pit lane. Now with the 33 car may have to repair some damage. Yes, he has. So that's another position gone, and now Jay Jefferson will have to hope that he will come in front of the 33 car, but that the 33 will still stay in front of the 94 car. So it's gotta be a battle of the champions, man. This is gonna be crazy. Jay Jefferson, well, pretty much Jay Jefferson is a rookie, and Jacques Ronson is a veteran who hasn't raced for a long time. He's a returning veteran, but this is an awesome championship battle. This is really, really great. And of course we have Joshua Chicali, who is he pretty much has the most experience in the short term because he's a Phillips Cup Series driver. So everybody comes on pit lane. Okay, here we go. Everybody except for Prima Xavier again. Okay. Oh, and we got the contact on pit lane as the 98 car. Oh, this will be bad for the 54 of Jay Jefferson, who will get held up. For some reason, has he made it to his pit stop already? I don't think so. No, there he comes. So that will be costly for the 54 of Jay Jefferson. He will lose time. What in the world happened though? Because he will lose time, yes, but he will also pass another driver. Henry Williams. What happened to him? He crashed on pit lane, or at least coming on pit lane, and he ran into the back of Tommy Turbo. That's another unsafe release, I think. Bang. Ouch. Oh boy. Well, this will be big. Okay, so where does the 54 car come on track? Well, behind Jim Pinter. And behind Joshua Chicali, so don't think he has lost too much, actually, to be honest. But wow, this is going to change quite a lot. Prima Shane Point, your leader is on pit lane. And again, away again. Well, that was a fast pit stop. Well, the gap is still big, 2 seconds. And third, oh, Inge Lambiliana goes off track and saves it, but luckily there was room there. And at the same moment, this guy comes on pit lane. Now, this will be an important pit stop for Jacques Ronson, because he might be able to come in front of the 54 car of Jay Jefferson. If he does so, that will be big in championship points. Now the 67 car also went by, and Debbie Myers, I'm not sure where she will end up. She's Debbie Myers is 11 points behind Jacques Robinson, so needs to finish 10 positions in front of him. I'm not sure actually about that. Well, she has to time, so she will have to finish 11 positions in front of him. Now let's see. Jacques Robinson comes on track again. And where is Jay Jefferson? Where is Jay Jefferson? There he is. So Jay Jefferson is still in front of the 94 car. But there's only one car between them, which is also, I think, what was the case. So this is gonna be strange. This is gonna be really strange. How many cars are there between the 31 and the 54? Also one. Oops. Little mistake there from Aaron Rakoto Manana. Okay. Everybody pitted? I guess so. Leader, Prima Shane. 16 seconds over Ingelam Liana. Who third is now the 18 car of Hilary Sanchez, with in fourth Debbie Myers. In fourth Debbie Myers. I mean, she's on a different strategy. I know that. She has a fast car. Fourth? What? Oh, Hilary Sanchez goes wide, but fourth position. Actually, she might be in the points lead now. 94 cars in 15th. They are tied now. We got Debbie Myers in the points lead. Holy crap. That is that's really strange. So, Debbie Myers is your points leader. Why? She is tied at this moment with Jacques Robinson. The gap between them is 11 positions, and she was 11 points behind. She's tied with Jacques Robinson, but she will have to come pit lane, that's one thing. But she has a victory, and Jacques Robinson does not. 5th, Patrick Smith. 6th, Daniel Bouchard. 7th, Henrietta Fitzwater. 8th, Chris Dodd. 9th, John Arndt. And currently in 10th is Joshua Cicchelli. And in 12th, oh God, jeez. It's changing again, because now in 12th is the 54 car of oh my goodness. Okay. Lead changed again, because now the 94 car is again in the points lead. Because he is in 14th after the 43 car pitted. Oh, Jay Jefferson has gone off track again. Ah, golly, this is crazy. Well, this will be one interesting race. So currently we got again Jacques Robinson in points lead. 1 point over both. What was the gap between Jay Jefferson, England, and Debbie Myers? Probably 8 points. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Oh, another session delayed with 15 minutes. Great. Good. Terrible. They're probably not. I don't think they're not gonna race anymore. I think qualifying will be over. Then the question is going to be what will happen. Why can't they postpone it till tomorrow? Yeah, probably tomorrow morning. There are other events happening as well. This is going to be a disaster. This is going. Oh, whoa, contact between Engel and Emiliano, who spins out. Okay, Engel and Emiliano making contact with Aiden Thomas, spinning out, losing time. Debbie Myers is gone. Debbie Myers is gone. Is that due to a crash or is it due to pit stop? I think pit stop. So Debbie Myers made a pit stop again. Her strategy, it really depends on her strategy if she will be able to win this championship or not. Because if she can make it now with, everybody will have to pit one more time. Maybe 2 more times. If Debbie Myers can make it with one more pit stop, and the rest of them will have to pit twice, and she can win this championship, and that will be an absolute stunner. That will be a stunner, absolutely be. Oh, Joshua Cicchelli also runs wide. Okay, so still your points leader is the 94 car of Jacques Robinson. Now 1 point ahead of the 54 of Jay Jefferson. So things have changed once again. Can't believe this is a crazy race. Now the point is Priya McShane. I mean, she has a huge gap over the semi of Engel and Emiliano, so it's not like crazy. I don't think she will. If she can keep her car on track, she'll be fine. It's so really warm in here, by the way. Now, yeah, 98 cars, the last car to retire. 26 cars still in the race, and 19 cars still on the lead lap. Of course, with Priya McShane being so fast, that's not a big surprise. Second we got there, third we got here, and we got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. This is a great battle for 6th there. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Yeah, Jay Jefferson's in the 11th, 12th and 13th for Jacques Robinson. So things are looking worse and worse for Jacques Robinson, and the reason is because there are people retiring. And while he is not able to pass those people that have retired, the rest is. So, oh, mind your P's and Q's here, Hillary. Don't want to throw that 3rd position away, which could possibly become a 2nd position soon. Don't want to do that. golly. I honestly, I just want this race to end because then I really want to know who will win this championship. It's so crazy. And it's so exciting. Because the point, yeah, you can always say like, I mean, Jacques Robinson has a pretty good points lead now over, yeah, he's only 1 point ahead of the 54 car. If either he gets passed or the 54 car passes somebody, then everything will be different, and then the 54 of Jay Jefferson will be your points leader. And the point is, Jacques Robinson, let's see if we can get to him. Jacques Robinson is only marginally in front of the 69 car. I thought that the gap to the 54 and the guy in front was not too big, but it's still well over 2 seconds, so yeah, this is gonna be interesting. If the 69 car of Amy Shelley passes Jacques Robinson, then there will be the points lead will go to Jay Jefferson. I mean, that's how close it is. And now the 94 car runs off track again. 39 car gets put down the lap. Now, is that normal? Yeah. Something happened to Summit Oscar, I guess. Because I think he made an unplanned pit stop somewhere. And he's put down a lap now. I'm just going to quickly rewind this. Don't worry. I can do it easier. Not like that. Okay. Yeah, he may have run into the back of someone. He was battling with the 17 car of Sebastian Torres. Okay. It happened on pit lane as well, so another unsafe release. I think this is now the second unsafe release of Sebastian Torres already. Not very neat of him. Or is his team, I should say. Oh, nee. The best friend of Jay Jefferson used to be Amy Shelley until she came in pit lane. Oh, no. That's terrible luck for the 54 canal. He has to do it himself then. Now he has to gain a position on Jane Pinter. And the gap is closing down. The gap is closing down. 15.5, 15.0. Half a second gain by Jay Jefferson in the previous lap. Okay. This is getting interesting. Now, of course, the point is, Jacques Robinson may not pass Imran Kotamin. Oh, well, it's not going to happen because Imran Kotamin is much faster. Okay. Lap times, let's take a look. 15.3 versus 14.8. Jay Jefferson is cutting away half a second per lap on Jane Pinter. Now, if he passes Jane Pinter, he will be the points lead again. Oh, this is great. This battle between Henrietta Fitzwater and Chris Dodd has also been going on for ages, huh? I mean, they've been battling together for the past few laps. Now making contact. Whoa, take it easy. Oh. Wow. And here's another battle, but it's not for position because 22 cars lap down. England Liana is still in second place, which is also pretty surprising, but oops, there goes the 69 car off again. The 4 car, 15.0. And another 15.0 from England Liana. 15.4, so Hilary Sanchez is losing time. Okay. 15.3 and 15.6. So fastest 2 drivers in the top 5 are still England Liana and I think the 4 car of Free McShane. Okay. Here we go. 15.8, 15.4. The gap is decreasing, shrinking, but there's still a gap. So the gap between the 54 car and the 27 car is now 1 second. So there's 1 second away from championship, eh? Jay Jefferson. And Jacques Robinson currently in 13th position, which is enough to pass the 48th car of Zachary Robinson, his older brother. Actually, I'm not sure who's the oldest one of the three. Andrew Robinson also being one of them. But the point is, now looking at this lap times, he lost like a few tenths of a second on Imrakoto Minana in the previous lap, but now he is gaining that again. 6/10 or half a second gained on Imrakoto Minana. And if Jay Jefferson then gets by the 27 car and the 94 car gets by the 33 of Imrakoto Minana, nothing is going to be changing between the two. And then the 54 car has to pass the 31 car again. So I think this will be an incredible battle. The good thing is either one of the two is going to win the championship. If they tie, it's the 54 car. If the 54 car finishes more than 3 positions ahead, it's going to be 94 car. And otherwise it's going to be 94. I'm not sure if what I said was correct, but these guys are still battling. Come on. Good grief. Okay, England Liana has been passed by Hilary Sanchez. That gap then came down really, really fast. It's incredible. So we have a change for second place. Well, pretty much change, just minding our own business up front. Okay. When do we have pit stops? I don't know, but well, this is gonna be a pretty interesting battle. Debbie Myers is now also still in 14th position. Can you imagine? She's running pretty fast lap time, but I'm afraid for. I think actually everybody will be able to make it to one stop, and that's bad news for Debbie Myers because she will not win the championship with that. But, never say never. Maybe if these guys have to pit now, they will have to pit with just a few more laps to go as well. So. You never know. It's going to be interesting. Here comes Hilary Sanchez with a pass on the 9 car. Well, actually, pass. Well, 9 car of Aiden Thomas has been in the way a little bit well, not the first time this race. Hilary Sanchez will be a little bit bugged by that as well. Opportunity for England Liana. And we got a change over here for 10th position. Ladies and gentlemen. New points leader? Yes, new points leader. Jay Jefferson has finally made it past Jane Pinter. And that means there's a 3 position gap between the 54 and the 94. And the 94 of... I think it's going to be a difficult task, to be honest, for Jacques Robinson. Because, well, this driver, Debbie Myers, is fast. She's really fast. Now the 94 car may be able to pass the 33 car, but probably before the end of this race, Debbie Myers is going to do something. So I'm really curious about it. I'm really curious what's gonna happen. I love this. It's great. Okay, here comes Jacques Robinson. He has probably heard from his team like, yo, but you lost the points lead again. You have to get by that 33 car. Still, we got only 20 laps to go. Remember, no, don't go, no. Jacques Robinson almost went into the fence. Now, he came up with a scare, good part, bad part. Here's Debbie Myers. Here is Debbie Myers, and she's going to close the gap. So instead of Jacques Robinson just gaining a position, passing the 33 car, he may as well be losing one now to Debbie Myers. Golly. They will probably be bored ready to Jay Jefferson like, hey, but your biggest opponent, Jacques Robinson, has just gone off track. Keep it between the lines, goddammit. Oh god, there is the 09 car coming on pit lane again. I think it's just a regular pit stop. Yes, it is. Okay. So the battle between Jacques Robinson. Oh no, Iman Rakoto Manana is blown up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, what a heartbreaker for the 33 car. I think how many times is another Toyota engine now blowing up? I think we have seen it before. Not only with Toyota actually, I think pretty much we've seen many blown engines. Oh, it's a heartbreak for Imre Minano, who was doing such a great job, but it's race over for him. And that means, here we go again. That means that, oh no, not I thought Jacques Romsen, I was just about to say, that means that Jacques Romsen is back in the points lead. No, he's not, because Debbie Myers just went by him. And that means that Jay Jefferson is still in the points lead. Is that correct? Yeah, 2 cars in between them. Oh, there goes Jim Pintrom as well. Now, if one of the 2 crashes, if Debbie Myers' strategies doesn't really play out, I mean, this is going places. I mean, there are multiple scenarios now, especially with Debbie Myers, this driver, being the key. She can win this championship if she can make it to the end of the race with one less stop than everybody else still has to make, and then she has to finish, well, where's the 94? It's 13th, so she has to then finish in 2nd or better. 2nd or 1st. Session delayed by another 15 minutes. Well, that means we can almost bring it home now. But this could go all ways. Now, if she manages to stay 11 positions ahead of the 94 car or win this race, and then with the 89 car finishing not better than 6th, I think it's 6th. Well, actually, we might actually have some pit stops. Well, we have another round of pit stops. This is going to be interesting. Oh boy. This is going to be very, very interesting. Now, of course, once again, continuing my story, if then Debbie Myers will be points leader. If she can stay ahead 11 points ahead of the 94 of Jacques Romsen. But if she cannot, and she also falls away from being one of the 2 cars between the 54 of Jay Jefferson and the 94 of Jacques Romsen, then Jacques Romsen will be your champion. So it's going all places. Now, if she does stay between the 2, then Jay Jefferson will be all places. So I think there are still 3 drivers who can win this championship. And those 3 drivers are Jay Jefferson, Debbie Myers, and it really depends on the strategy, but mostly Jacques Romsen. It's gonna be one of the 3. Oh. I think Henrietta Fitzwater has just crashed coming on pit lane. Oh, that's gonna be tough. This is gonna be crazy. 54 car continues away. Like 54 continues away, so he doesn't pit now. Okay, here comes Luis Sanchez again. Where's the 70 car? There she is, England Liana. And all that's clear. Now where's the 4 car? Probably still way ahead of everyone. No, she pits now. Okay. Korea McShane pits now. Yeah, I think these guys can make it till the end of the race. But I'm not 100% sure. It really depends. Now I will check very quickly now for a moment. Jesus Christ. Okay, here's the deal. What I want to check is Korea McShane is on pit lane. Lap 124 that is. The previous time she pitted was lap 107. That means that there is 17 laps between. Now there's only 16 laps to go, which could mean that still everybody has to pit one more time. Maybe except for Priya McShane, but she's always one of the later pitters, but it could still be possible that every single driver has to pit again. If that is the case, Debbie Myers has a fair chance of winning the championship. as long as the 94 car stays in 13th or worse, which is currently not the case because he is in 9th. This is going to be really, really, really nerve-wracking. Oh boy. Well, one thing is for sure, this race is definitely more exciting than the qualifying of Formula 1. We have had a total of 4 minutes of racing, 3.5 minutes of racing, and then they stopped. Or 4.5 minutes maybe, I don't know when they stopped. I thought it was minute 17, but jeez, this is nuts. This is really, really, really nuts. Okay, there's the 43 car also on pit lane. Now the 4 car is still your leader, Brie McShane. Currently, okay, here's how it stands. Brie McShane, your leader. Debbie Myers will probably cross start finish line in second. Oh, now she comes on pit lane now. Okay. Hilary Sanchez comes on pit lane. Hilary Sanchez in the 18 car comes on pit lane. And that must be unplanned. That will be second place gone for Hilary Sanchez. Now what happened to her? Oh, this is unplanned pit stop for the 18 of Hilary Sanchez. She went off there. I think she didn't go off. Was that the point? She went off there. She didn't hit the wall. No. What happened to her? She must have had some kind of moment. Was it on pit lane? I have no clue. But she has come on pit lane again, and that means that she fell between the 54 of Jay Jefferson. Oh, Jay Jefferson! Oh no. Okay, she had fallen between Jay Jefferson and Jacques Robinson. There's Debbie Myers coming back on track again. Being one of 4 drivers between Jay Jefferson. Or one of 3 drivers now between one of 3 drivers between Jay Jefferson and Jacques Robinson. Current standings, Jay Jefferson is your points leader. What the hell? I don't know what's all happening. Actually, the 30 car is actually now currently in second place. Now, I don't think he has pitted, but he will for sure, if he pits now, he will for sure be able to make it to the end. About the others, I am not 100% sure. I think Priya McShane will be fine. The others, I am not entirely sure, and that's mainly because the pit stop gap between seems to be around 18 laps. Now, most of them actually pitted more than 18 laps prior to the finish, so I am not 100% sure if they will be able to make it to the end of the race. So, anyway, 4th is now Daniel Bouchard with England behind 3rd. 5th is Chris Dodd. That's an impressive job by him. And 6th is Joshua Ciccoli. So even Joshua Ciccoli at this point is in front of Zachary Ronson. Now, Joshua Ciccoli is 5 positions or 5 points ahead of the 54 car. He has to finish 6 positions ahead of the 54 of Jay Jefferson. Now he is in 6th, Jay Jefferson is in 10th, so that's not the case. But if Jay Jefferson falls back, loses 2 more positions, then still there's a possibility for Joshua Ciccoli to win the championship. Or if Joshua Ciccoli manages to get by the 3 car, the 54 car stays there in 10th position, and he also managed to, well, it's going to be difficult for the 31 of Joshua Ciccoli to make it to 4th, so hey, it's possible. It's possible for the 31 to tie with the 54. Who else do we got? 7th, John Hart. 8th, Jane Pinter. 9th now, actually the 54 car. He's made it by the 18 car, so that means that Jay Jefferson is now again in 9th. In 10th, we got Hilary Sanchez. Now here we go. 11th, 12th, 13th. And at this point, Jay Jefferson is points lead, even with 1 point more than Jacques Robinson. But Jacques Robinson has 2 cars right in front of him. And if he passes both of them, then he will be the points leader again. Or if they crash out both, that's also possible. And for the 54 car, he has lost quite a lot of ground on Jane Pinter. So there goes Debbie Myers for what will be to 11th position. What else do we got? 13th. Oh, well, 14th then, I guess. And all left cars. Where is the 4 car? Actually missed the 4, I think. Yeah, there's pretty much changed. So there's your leader. 33 car retired with a clutch problem. 24 cars still in the race. And 14 cars still in the lead lap. This is gonna be very, 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 very interesting. I love this. I love it so much. Well, one thing is for sure. If this really is the last race of the Martini Endurance Series ever, which is pretty likely, there's gonna be this is gonna be an absolute blast of a race, and this is really going out with a bang. Absolutely. So we got just 11 laps to go, 10.5 soon probably. Goodness gracious. Now of course we have to keep an eye out on everybody. Joshua Ciccoli has made it to 5th. Hey, surprise surprise, he has made it to 5th place. 54 car is still in 9th. If he falls back to 11th, also by the way, you have to keep in mind, Joshua Ciccoli has to finish 8th, 8 positions in front of Jacques Robinson. Now that's currently, they would be tied. Yeah. No, not because the 31 car is currently in 6th. I thought he was in 5th for a moment, but he's not. I'm actually surprised that Ingela Miliana is falling back to 4th position, and still Patrick Smith is in 2nd. Daniel Bouchard is in 3rd. Now I'm not sure how the pit strategy is for those two guys, but it's strange. Well, Prima Shane has a half a minute lead. She has literally dominated the last half of the race after basically the 77 of Denise Steinauer crashed out, and the 70 of Ingela Miliana had her problems. Oh, this has been a dominating performance by Prima Shane, so great job, absolutely great job by her. Now this will be interesting for who will be the last driver to finish on the podium. Either Daniel Bouchard or Ingela Miliana. I don't know about Patrick Smith. I don't really know what he's going to be doing. And this will be interesting, and where Joshua Ciccoli will be able to finish. If he cracks the top 5, Jay Jefferson for some reason falls back a lot, and Jacques Robinson doesn't gain any more positions, then Joshua Ciccoli can still be your champion. What if they tie Jacques Robinson and Joshua Ciccoli? I don't know actually. Who has the most top 5s? Joshua Ciccoli has 2nd place. And I think still, then I still think Joshua Ciccoli will be ending up in front of Jacques Robinson because he has more top 5s. Well, both have 1 top 5, but that was both in the Isle of Man race number 2, where Joshua Ciccoli managed to finish in 2nd, and Jacques Robinson managed to finish in 4th. This is gonna be interesting. But for the time being, still this guy who has made it to 8th position is going to have very good papers to win this championship. And Jacques Robinson is falling back a little bit more, has lost touch to Debbie Myers, who's literally just flying around this racetrack, and Henrietta Fitzwater, who's also pretty fast. So yeah, one thing is for sure, Debbie Myers doesn't have to come on pit lane anymore. That's for sure. About the others, I have no clue. Well, there's one other driver which pitted much later. I'm not 100% sure who it was. Oh, look at this. Yeah, there goes Joshua Ciccoli for 5th. Okay. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Ooh, not there yet, not there yet. Watch it. Okay. Clear? Yes, I guess so. So, Joshua Ciccoli moves to 5th position. Which means at this moment he is tied with the 94 of Jacques Robinson for 2nd in points, and with Joshua Ciccoli being with Jay Jefferson being your points leader. It's so interesting. But of course, nothing is certain yet. I really am curious if who will be. Maybe it could be possible that this race is going to be decided on pit strategy. I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. But this is going to be a thriller to the end, and I'm waiting nervously for some people to come on pit lane again. Maybe everybody will be fine. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong again, which I've had it happen before, but suddenly for some reason they could stretch like the last part of the race. They could stretch a whole lot, and they could suddenly make it in 20 laps in the race. But yeah, I don't know. What are the lap times actually? 1:14.7. Normally they would be able to run somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. Okay, session is delayed till 16:15, which is 15 minutes. Okay. Well, we can finish this race then. That's good news. 8 more minutes are on the clock, which will mean 7 more laps. So probably we'll go overtime a little bit, which might as well be bad news for everybody, except for Debbie Myers. How far behind is Debbie Myers? She is currently a minute behind the 4 car. Now, what if she finishes in second position? She is already in front of the 94 car. If she finishes in second position, she's tied with the 94 car, but she will still lose it to the 54 car, I think. Because she has to finish 8 positions better than Jay Jefferson. Which brings me to the next point. What if Jay Jefferson and Debbie Myers tie? Both have won a race, but I think Jay Jefferson has 2 top. Yeah, Jay Jefferson has 2 top 5s. Debbie Myers has also 2 top 5s, but the other top 5 for Jay Jefferson is 2nd. So, and Debbie Myers is 5th. So that means that still, if they would tie, Debbie Myers will be in 2nd and Jay Jefferson will be in 1st. But of course, that is if they tie. Man, this championship battle has become so much more exciting than I would have ever imagined. I had never expected it to be this exciting. I mean, at this moment, with just 6 more laps to go, everything is still open, and there are still basically 4 drivers who could win this championship, of which 2 are very likely, but still everything is open, and that makes it so great. 5 to go. Yeah, right. And of course, it could be possible that eventually, if the race finishes like this, it's gonna be a pretty solid points lead with pretty solid points lead. If what you call pretty solid. Oh no, don't go power off. Okay, good news. Thank you. Pretty solid points lead. 2 points. Of course, you also have to keep in the equation that if Jay Jefferson crashes out, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to jinx him, and don't get me wrong. And I'm knocking on wood actually for him. Where is he? Oh, he's in no man's land, so he's actually doing pretty fine. Jacques Romson is still not out of this, because if he passes the 67 and the 90 or the 60, yeah, I'm not sure if that is going to be possible. So they will have to wait on the strategy, and we will have to do the same thing. Now, if there are pit stops still coming, I think it will not be this lap or maybe next lap. If they don't pit in the next 2 laps, probably they will all be able to make it. So, but of course, nothing is certain. And if you come on pit lane in the final lap, you're still fine. Remember that, because the pit lane is right after. Well, it's pretty much on the start-finish line. So it really depends on when you come and where your pistol is. So then you would be more lucky if you have a pistol further up front. This is gonna be it. Well, one thing is for sure, Priya McShane is good. It's gonna be difficult for Priya McShane to give this victory away. If she just keeps us on track, she'll be fine. Now I'm really surprised by this guy, Patrick Smith. Whoa, this is also a pretty close call. I'm really surprised by Patrick Smith, the way that he has run the latest part of this race. I mean, they have literally, with the pit strategy, outplayed England Liana. Same story for Daniel Bouchard, or maybe with outright speed. Maybe the speed of the semi car is not too great anymore. There's another battle, but it's not really for position. Well, the 20 and 3 car, that is for position. That's for 3rd place. So that still is a battle for position. So okay, there's the leader. Nobody on pit lane. We got just 3 more to go. Bria McShane, has she ever won in the Martini Endurance Series? I don't think so, actually. Could be wrong though, because I think she was in season number 3. So you never know. But otherwise, it's gonna be a very sweet victory for her. She has not had. She's had a pretty solid season so far. She is actually 9th in points, which is pretty much like the best of everybody who was not able to win this championship before this. So if she wins this race, she will probably. She could actually be cracking the top 5 in points, although that's pretty difficult with. Jacques Robinson, Jay Jefferson, Joshua Chicali, Debbie Myers, and Zachary Robinson still being pretty alright. So, but if she wins this race, she will be very happy with that. I'm 100% sure of that. So, waiting for her to come across start finish line with 2 to go. That will be nobody on pit lane, and also always keep an eye out on Jay Jefferson and Jacques Robinson where they are at. Because the battle is between those two, and Joshua Chicali and Debbie Myers are outplayed. Pretty much Joshua Chicali couldn't get far up enough, and Debbie Myers, the pitch strategy not really working out for her. Penalties? There will be no penalties, I guess. No, I don't think there will be any penalties, so that's also fine. Don't have to worry about that. Maybe there are, and you will see it in the end of the video, but maybe I think everything will be just fine. So Bria McShane, when she crosses the start finish line, she will have just 1 tiny lap to go. Nobody on pit lane. Everybody will be making it. Everybody will be fine. I'm sure of that. So. Out of the question now, who will be fine? Oh, actually, I'm actually wondering. I thought it was gonna be pretty close on time, but okay. Once the time got down low, well, I think they will be fine. Yeah, okay. So we will have a 3-hour race, and I thought it would be going overtime, but at this moment the clock strikes 3, but that is also including the warm-up lap, which is around a minute, so probably 2:59. So at this moment, I think the lap will be around exactly 3 hours for Bria McShane, which will be an incredible accomplishment for her. The way that she's driven the last lap, or the last half of this race, is just phenomenal. She's literally driven away from every single person. The gap was around, what was it? It was less than 10 seconds. Now it's more than 30 seconds, which is incredible. So. Deserved winner, Bria McShane, but she still has to tackle a few more corners, and then she will be officially at least a winner. If she wasn't already, she will be a winner in the Martini Endurance Series, and she can say that she won the last Martini Endurance Series race ever, probably. So here she comes, just 1 more corner to tackle for her, and then she'll pull the upset. Well, not really looking at the final part of this race, but. Bria McShane in the number 4 car, this beautiful Jaguar, will come across the line and win the Willow Springs International Race Martini Endurance Series number 4. And it's now a matter of waiting. We're gonna play the waiting game. Patrick Smith will be up next. He will be finishing in 2nd place if he doesn't crash out in the final turn, which is still possible with a dangerous pass on the 25 Aiden Shepard. But here it comes, the 30 car. 30 car of Patrick Smith with an amazing strategy. He is going to play it out in second place. Incredible job by him. And third place, same story for Daniel Bouchard. Great strategy. And will deliver him third. And fourth position will be for Engel Ambliano, who's been in the top 5 for a long time, for the whole race. And Joshua Ciccoli, fifth, will not be enough for a championship, but he is at least finished in the top 5 final race. 6 will be for the 30 car, with the 20 car finishing in second, Chris Dodd. And there we missed the finish, but we just have to wait for a moment, because here comes the 94 car, who will finish in 12th position. Oh, just comes up 2 positions short, but ladies and gentlemen, officially now, your champion of the Martini Endurance Series number 4 is Jay Jefferson. He won the race at Le Mans. He was pretty solid all season long, with pretty much a few more top 5s and top 10s, pretty much every race top 10 except for at the Isle of Man. But this guy has done it. Jay Jefferson, your champion. And what an incredible race it was, but I'm wondering what happened to the 60 car, because suddenly the 60 car has retired for some reason, and we're going to take a quick look. Just a normal pit stop or crash? I don't know. Or mechanical issues. Here we go, this is the moment we get to go to the final lap. Okay. Mechanical issues with half a lap to go. Oh no. That's so sad for Henrietta Fitzwater. My goodness. This is it. The race is over. The championship is over. The series is over. Jay Jefferson has won his championship, and I will calculate it. I will calculate it just to prove your point. How many points will Zachary Robinson? We already calculated. Now Aiden Shepard, I will also do it quickly. Well, he's not going to. He's going to finish in 23rd position. And for that he will get, let's see, 34, 24, 21 points for Aiden Shepard, who already had 139 points. Means he will end up with 160 points, which is actually the amount of points that Zachary Robinson had. So Aiden Shepard 160 points. Now here we go to Jacques Robinson. 12th position means that he will get 32 points. So 32 points for Jacques Robinson will give him 171 points, and that means that he would have been your champion if it wasn't for Jay Jefferson finishing in 8th position, who will for that get 36 points. So 36 points for Jay Jefferson will hand him. I mean, this is how crazy it was. He gets 172 points. Means he has only 1 more point than Jacques Robinson. Now Joshua Ciccoli, finishing in 5th place, will get 39 points for that. And he had 131 points. Means he will also end up with 170 points. And that is, he will be just 2 points short of Jay Jefferson. And 1 point behind Jacques Robinson. James Saunders, he crashed out, or he retired. So, yeah, for the record, I mean, I can calculate it, but I know he's going to finish somewhere last of them. Debbie Myers will do 11th position. Let's do it. 33 points for her, and she 128 points. Means she will end up with 161 points. She will be 1 point ahead of Aiden Shepard. So it didn't really work out for her strategy, but ladies and gentlemen, officially your champion is Jay Jefferson. So much congratulations to him. I really hope you liked it. And Jay Jefferson has been very motivated this whole season long, and I can definitely say that he deserves. He's the only driver actually to sign up a driver for the Wildcat car this season. So yeah, it's great credit for him, and he will definitely be coming in the Phillips Cup Series before the season is over. So And the fight is there definitely 100%. And yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow for Jacques Robinson and Zachary Robinson. They didn't make it. And both of them had very good cards. Zachary Robinson had it. Jacques Robinson had points in the race as well, but they both lost it. And especially for Jacques Robinson with only 1 point, it's just a shame. But we'll be seeing them for sure. I'm pretty sure that we'll see them before sometime later in the Phillips Cup series. I'm sure of that. And yeah, for Joshua Ciccoli, it's the same story. It's the same story for him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he will also be for a long time in the Phillips Cup. So for now, I just want to thank you very much for watching, and this series has been great. Not only this season, but for the past seasons as well. And it's actually pretty difficult to say goodbye to it, because I enjoyed this series more than sometimes the Phillips Cup series, and definitely more than any other series I've done. And the race, it's just sometimes it takes a long time because the races are so long. But I really, really, really enjoy this race. So I hope you guys like this race and this season overall. And remember, I will not be gone. I will not be gone. I will be trying to make my name on YouTube, but then on a different channel. So go check out the Spotty Rob channel for some great gameplay videos and just me trying to be bigger than I've ever been before. And I really, 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 really appreciate it if you subscribe to that channel. So please do so. I will take it serious. I will take it more serious than ever before. So for now, I just want to thank you very much for watching. That was it for the Martini Endurance series probably ever. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, congratulations to Priya McShane for winning the race. Congratulations to Jay Jefferson for winning the championship. It's over. Thank you very much. I'll see you probably sometime other. Thank you for everything this season. I don't know what to say actually. That was it. The final race of the Dascar Martini Endurance Series, season number 4.